Yeah, for Snacktopia, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Does the hostage have a token that's indicative of their positioning? I thought they were like,
They're here.
where's here?
Um, here.
Oh,
You
okay,
know
cool.
what matter? I'm gonna make them slightly more recognizable for you.
Okay.
Uh, it's loading. One moment.
You made them
Okay.
a
Okay.
lizard person?
That's a Dragonborn.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So as we were waiting for all this, like, is there any more noise coming from the other sort of pathways in this cavern? Like, is
I
it
don't
dead
know.
quiet now? Like, what's happening?
So if
You do hear me stomping down the stairs, though. Like, where are you guys?
So aside from that, the only thing you hear is waves. If you guys walk to the south, you'd notice a small kind of cove, where there's a rowboat has been put up on the sand, and there's just the ocean.
Okay.
So
Okay.
And
the manor is on a cliff, and the entire basement kind of structure descends down through the cliff to get you down to sea level.
Does this look like reasons? Is this something that was here all around, and these guys are just happening to use it, or
Uh,
does it look like it was like properly like chiseled into the stone?
so anyone who wants to can roll investigation. Any dwarves would have advantage on this because of their fondness for rocks.
Um, an investigation, you said.
Not
Yep.
just a pretty face, although it is very
16.
pretty.
I'm just waiting for the dwarf with advantage to get 2 twos or something. There we go.
I mean,
The
it's a 12.
airheaded bard gets it.
Bards are meant to be smart. So some of this is natural. Like the actual cavern where the sand is and you have access to the water. That's natural. But maybe 50% of this was expanded or kind of added to just to kind of increase the area but make it safer to travel. Um, you think before they did the additional work, they originally would have had to have used ropes and pulleys to get stuff from the cave to the basement. And a lot of their work was done to make it so that it was more streamlined.
Okay. And this guy
Yep.
said that they had like a big ship that he could tell us how to call if we wanted
Yeah.
to. Like he
Yeah.
was halfway through explaining the actual operation that they had going here, more or
Yeah. He was
less.
begging for his life.
Yeah, he was.
Um.
Pyro says hi.
Uh.
Scratching me now, too. So you get to get down.
So yes.
I mean, Fogwell will just like plummet to the ground and start like resting a bit.
Do you guys need help with anything?
The captive
happened?
will say they need help.
You be quiet.
Are,
Okay.
are we helping him or not?
What?
I need to know. I just got here.
Right? Yeah. No. One step at a time.
I think we're good for now. Just need a little rest.
Yeah.
Let's put my things back in order.
He's being questioned. We're just sort of resting and recuperating.
Oh, so then I should just keep my crossbow pointed at him.
Nope.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
No, from
You all
him.
take a breather. I'll sit here on a crate and point my crossbow at him.
Okay.
DM, I'm not certain, but I think Mugak might have some hit dice. He might be resting as well to heal up if he has
So
them.
what we'll do is I won't do anything for him now, but if something comes up where he would need a short rest, like battle starts, I'll let Raymond retroactively say that he did X, Y, or Z.
That's fine.
Okay, so those who want to take a short rest may.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is dying, which is good. The snakes make me question whether or not a swarm can take a short rest.
I mean, don't they like start losing snakes whenever they take damage? They're like
Yeah.
fewer.
Yeah, so the snake swarm doesn't take a short rest because it would require snake resurrection for that to work. Or snake erection. I guess. Maybe. Okay. You go to short rest. What do you say to your prisoner? What do you
Okay.
do with your prisoner?
1 second. I'm gonna use my hit die before we rest, so I get
Okay.
it. I mean, my second wind before we rest, so I get it back.
Oh yeah, you're a fighter.
Yeah.
A
Your
human
class
fighter.
Isn't just all. Your class isn't just old man.
I thought it was yet another warlock.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, the +1 isn't that good, but we should be able to fix that soon. So, do you let them have a short rest?
No.
Nope.
If they look like they're about to doze off, I poke them.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
Hey, you're
okay.
the one that tried to hurt my friends here.
They're home
Okay.
invaders.
He did surrender.
You don't
It's-
belong here.
I think. You can
Well,
let him rest.
okay, so the Dragonborn doesn't belong here. I understand.
I don't want to hear it from you. Look at me.
The
Yeah.
tactical race card. That's what his plan is. Okay.
Look, Blue Lady. I don't know what you are, but I'm not the one who is saying people don't belong here. Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is like either you're stealing stuff, smuggling stuff, hurting people, because, yeah.
And you assume that because of the scales?
No, I assume that because of the locale.
And the corpses they've fed the snakes, and the hostages.
Look, she doesn't need help, okay? I've nearly got her on the fence. Tag in when she's done, okay?
Do you really think you have me on the fence?
Yeah.
I don't.
This little 5'4" woman who has arms like wet noodles is trash talking probably someone who's literally twice her size. At least.
Yeah, but yeah, he's new here.
Okay.
What's your
So-
name?
Diego.
So what was the operation here, Diego? Don't lie.
Before we discuss stuff, can we work out the terms of the surrender before I discuss stuff, and then we meet with snakes or something? Which I will say is
I don't
cruel
even-
and unusual.
It's mostly unusual. It's not cruel. Snakes for being snakes.
I don't know, it's pretty cruel. I just saw 2 of my co-workers slowly devoured by a pile of snakes. How do you get a pile of snakes, by the way?
They worship him, and I point at the captain.
Matter, just roll a raw charisma check for me.
Cool. Okay. I'm a fucking lizard whisperer now.
No, I don't
What's
see
up,
it.
A ranger.
Okay, so if I tell you everything you need to know, I get to leave?
No.
No. Okay, so what's a reward for this?
Just let him leave. It's fine.
All right.
I agree with that guy.
Hush up.
I don't understand what the big deal is. You see, if I had been captured, let's say back in my youth, by an upstanding group of young adventurers, I doubt they would let me walk for what I've done. But I've had the time to atone since then. You know, you don't know everyone's story or what they might do.
Okay, and atone he shall, because the deal
Mm-hmm.
is you intern under me after you tell me everything you and your kind have been doing here.
That sounds like servitude.
It
a-
is.
Kind
And
of
for
like
slavery.
slavery.
I
You have to
was fi-
pay him if that's the deal.
I was fine with the word servitude.
What are the hours and what's the pay?
Roughly 8, like all together. It's more like a 5-hour workday.
This isn't a 9 to 5 kind of gig.
The pay is it's a gig economy, man.
Does that mean I get a share or
Sure.
Sure. Why not?
15%?
That's not how we do the shares.
Okay, 14%.
Your share is based off what you do. Whoops, not mean to do that.
No, that is a good
Uh,
descriptor, Murder.
Cruel trick. All right. So why don't you start talking, and then we could work together to take down all your injustice-y friends, co-workers.
Okay, but I get an even share when we're done.
Sure, you do.
Okay.
I rolled a 24 on deception.
Yeah, he believes you, Murder.
Good.
Okay. So, where would you like me to start?
What are you doing here? Not here. What is your organization doing in this locale? Before you get smart with me.
I wasn't going. Okay. Smuggling.
What are you smuggling?
Looks at the room full of carpets and barrels of alcohol.
Like, is that all you do, or is it just whatever comes in? You
Well,
know, like,
we also do weapons,
okay,
but
so
they're on the
pretty
boat.
generic. Yeah, okay, so pretty generic smuggling.
Wait, what kind of boat?
Hang on, one moment. Let me let me find my boat.
Smuggling boat.
Yeah, it's like 100 feet long boat. It's big.
And I nudged the captain like, is it
Yeah.
still here?
No,
Well,
it's off the coast.
yeah,
They called the boat here to get the cargo,
Well,
which
so,
I'm getting to that.
so the water here isn't deep enough for the boat. We call the boat nearby, and then they send a rowboat, or we send our rowboat over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there perhaps maybe a mutiny in the works on that boat?
Yeah, but you killed everyone who was planning it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you? Bad luck. How many more crew members do you have on there?
Well, all the ones on the ship are the loyal ones.
Well, no. Yeah, I'm just getting a head count because we're going to your boat later.
Oh, how many crew members are on the boat?
Yeah.
Like, like, 15, 20?
And if you could, yeah, probably like a good idea to insight him, but I'll keep talking.
Okay.
If you could scale them in competency compared to the ones here, where would you put them?
Like it being smugglers, or,
At fighting. Like their
Oh.
fighting prowess.
Well, some are okay. A few are a little bit more concerning. There's the captain. Well, he stabs a lot of people. He's a lot like you, but taller.
I don't stab people.
You did it with lasers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that not
Interesting.
stabbing? Did I use the
No.
wrong vernacular?
No, I'm getting a clearer picture. Did you have any more magic people outside of the guy we killed here and their captain?
Oh yeah, they have a wizard.
Okay. So a wizard, a magical captain, and a bunch of brutes.
Well, they also have a ranger.
Okay.
and a really angry guy.
Okay. And no one's trying to mutiny over there?
No,
Like, absolutely no one.
no,
No?
no.
Not
They were
even
all
a
over
little
here.
bit?
He's gonna kick the dead wizard. He was leading the mutiny over here.
Well, you guys probably didn't stand a chance if we could
We
take you out.
actually assumed until kind of this conversation that you were from that ship.
Nope. We just
Nope.
stumbled into you.
Well, we really came here to figure out why the house appeared to be haunted.
Oh, that's a ruse.
I got that. I picked that up.
Oh, I guess it's not that
Thank
good
you,
of a
Captain
ruse.
Obvious.
Oh, it's Diego actually. Never been a captain.
Diego Obvious.
Diego
Actually,
Obvious.
Pearson.
Okay.
Were you adopted?
Why? Were you?
No.
That must be nice.
Okay. Enough of that.
Don't make me
Diego,
feel sorry for you right now, Diego.
Diego,
Sorry.
you're with us now.
Okay. Who's us?
Waves around.
Let know that. Like,
Us.
what's the name?
Oh, we don't have a name yet.
We're gonna get a name
What do you
after
mean you
we
don't have a
seal the
name
boat.
yet? That's the first thing you do.
Is it?
Yeah.
We sort of only begun operating like yesterday
So-
as a group.
So what is your name then?
What
It's
was your
Diego.
smuggler outfit name?
Oh. One moment, finding my notes on this. It, we were the Briar.
Really?
The what now?
The Briar.
Where'd that come from?
Well, it's a common word about plants, but like the ones that are sharp.
Are all Dragonborn as pedantic as you?
Why do you keep bringing race into this?
Because Bonnie remembers a fucking white dragon.
Patmore doesn't remember a white dragon.
We talked to him. We were supposed to go kill him and we didn't. But anyway, it's getting sidetracked.
So, do you have any more questions for poor Diego?
What are you good at generally?
I'm pretty good at cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all bad at it, so that's good.
I'm good with rope.
Like you could tie knots good?
Yeah, I'm pretty okay at being like, that's a seagull, or that's a raven, or
Identifying birds?
and plants.
Okay.
My eyes are pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
That's enough.
pretty
Would you
stealthy.
Would you consider yourself a thief?
No, I've rightfully earned everything in my possession.
Inside check.
Okay. So there's a conversation about legality that might need to happen here, but as far as he's concerned, everything he owns, he owns rightfully. But on the, like, hey, is he good at sleight of hand? He's not proficient and he has a dex of +2, so he's probably as good as everyone else in the party is.
Okay.
Sure. I can pretend.
Yeah. Like, the most notable, from a non-combat front, the thing that he's best at, is he has advantage on hearing and sight perception checks. He's also proficient, which means his perception's advantage +5, or his passive's 20, which is
Does
pretty.
he have class levels of any kind?
Not per se, but if he did, it would be close to the like rogue scout.
Okay.
Boo.
Boo. What
Yeah,
did you want to be a necromancer wizard?
Yeah.
Always.
Nah, he's too cool for that. Diego's too great for that.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Now, don't get me wrong. A guy that can cook is worth his weight in gold, but
like to survive.
we were
Well,
just
he's
looking at
pretty
other.
heavy.
We're looking at other skill sets too.
Well,
Well, what skill set are you looking for?
That was out of character.
No,
but sure.
I'm just out of curiosity. What skill set are you looking for?
Something useful as on a pirate ship,
That's what the party's
which
for.
all of those things are. So, not judging.
He's also, just likable. That's not a skill per se, but it's really a talent.
Diego Pearson?
Yep.
Or Pearson?
Pearson.
well,
The Dragonborn.
Yeah. Look,
Uh,
he's second generation. Okay, what can he do?
Second generation of what?
Of people on the mainland. He's not from the
So
Dragonborn.
confused.
It's fine. Okay, so. Do you guys want an inventory of the loot that's in this room?
Yes, we would love it.
Okay. So, there's a lot of carpets, which are worth something. Yeah, people like carpets. There are casks of brandy, which anyone who's an alcoholic can roll an intelligence check to know the price of brandy. Yeah, I thought you were gonna roll that murder. There is a set of scale mail armor, which I don't know how. I don't know who that would be specifically helpful on, but it seems to it has some glyphs on it, so it seems that it might be magical or it might just be accessorized. And
Is it scale armor?
Scale armor, yeah.
I can't wear it. So
And on the wizard you have a pipe, like a smoking pipe that has arcane glyphs in it as well as his spellbook.
okay.
So Cat's not here at the moment, so if you want, I'll add that to the party loot.
sure.
Okay. So while I do that, among yourselves, work out what your next step is.
What are you doing now? What are we doing?
No idea.
I think we should get out of here. Isn't like a smuggler ship coming?
Yeah,
No,
when is the next time they're supposed to come here, Diego?
They kind of every few nights they'll come by, but they won't enter unless we give them the signal to send a boat over.
How many days
Inside
before they
check.
come to investigate?
4 days from now.
Does he seem to be being straightforward about this? Like, do I get the sense that he's trying to dupe us into staying here longer?
You don't think he has lied at all. So either he's very, very good at lying, or he likes living so much he's unwilling to lie to you.
Okay.
Well, that would
Okay.
give us time to get to Saltmarsh and come back with some form of
Guards?
trap.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
I don't know if we can take on that many people, especially if they have. I'll ask if the wizard was more powerful than like the one on the ship than the one that was here.
That sounds like a intelligence check from Diego. Like they thought less highly of themselves, but that's probably more of a statement of this wizard than a statement of that wizard. Hey Smudge. I they were less like mind control-y, and more. Hey, you heard the captain. I will put you on a stew if you don't do what I say.
Mind controlling.
Yeah, this wizard was mind controlling.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he. Okay,
All
he
he
wasn't.
did in
To
that
our
Sure.
knowledge.
Sure, you're right. He wasn't. I'm sorry.
Not to our knowledge.
like, no, hold on. By the way, click that accidentally again.
It might be applicable.
No, all he did in that combat was magic missile and 3 casts of burning hands.
Look,
Scorching ray.
do
Sorry.
I look like a
Scorching
wizard
ray.
to you?
okay. So are we taking over the house, or are we just reporting that it was smugglers? Either, like, if we reported smugglers in Saltmarsh, we're gonna get the reward. So
Like,
I'm fine with it.
I'd be
Why
content
not
with
both?
that.
What'd you say, Isaac? Wait, who are you?
We
I'm just
found
some
them
guy.
bound in a bed upstairs.
I said,
Pinky.
why not both? Take the house
Hey.
and the reward.
I guess we could do that.
Well,
Well-
it's ownership could be a little dicey. Somebody
Yeah.
might actually own this house.
I want it back.
well,
Um,
I mean, we
I'll-
could also tell them, like, in 4 days,
Sure.
the pirates are coming back, so we could set up a coordinated attack with the
Ambush?
guards.
does this town have like a navy or a coast guard? A
I'm
coast guard is more
assuming they
applicable.
do.
Seaton would, Saltmarsh wouldn't, but you're about halfway between both Saltmarsh and Seaton anyway.
Oh, isn't that far off? That's interesting.
No, it's like it's like a 2 days or a day's travel from Saltmarsh, and you guys are like a few hours out of Saltmarsh.
Okay.
So it's not impossible for you guys to make it to Seaton and back within 4 days, unless you guys like dawdling.
Okay. I will approach our prisoner and say, "I'm sorry, lad. Like, what was your name?"
It's Diego, unless that also offends you.
Diego. Okay. Just a quick question. Why were you kidnapping people?
Well, I was actually hired to cook here and to move boxes.
Okay.
I don't ask
But
why
you're
we
here,
do
I'm
things.
sure.
Well, I don't know for fact, but I suspect that some of the cargo may have been a little bit more human.
Do you mean like these barrels?
Well,
You mean
not
slaves?
the. I didn't throw the S word around.
I did. Don't you brought it up. We know what it means. Slaves? They're trading in slaves?
Not consistently, and not openly. But every now and again, you'd see a box do a bit of a wiggle.
I
I
mean,
have a moral obligation to somehow stop this. I'm sorry, Captain.
Well, no, that's still the plan. It's just we can't. If we wait here for them and we call them over, we can kill 4 guys and then go on a ship with 16 more guys and get killed. Can't do that. Our best bet is to go to the other place, get the Coast Guard, and set up an ambush that way. That way they can die for us, and we can just take out the key figures and then take their boat.
I mean, that's one way to do it, I assume. It's your call, Cap.
Like, I'm open to ideas. It's either ignore it or ask for help.
Oh, definitely not ignore it.
Diego will raise one
how-
clawed hand.
Sure, you in the back.
For like a cut of what the ship's worth, I don't mind helping with the ship.
You're an indentured servant.
You're not an addend. You'll get paid. Stop it, Captain.
You.
This is why they mutinied. This is why the last crew mutinied.
But
no,
like,
they all got paid.
but like, if you want, I could maybe smuggle you on that ship in boxes or something.
Yeah, no. Again, we could do that. It's just what we do when we get there is the problem, because just us. I'm doing hand motions. You guys can't see it. Just us. We can't take that ship down.
Are we sure of that?
Yeah, pretty sure. Because there's 20 people on there, and there's 5 of them that are strong.
Okay.
I could poison the soup.
You could poison the soup.
I mean, damn it, dude! Like, you're just like that, just like poison 20 people to die.
Well, no. Just be really unwell. I don't want to kill anyone.
How do you suppose they won't ask questions when only you out of your whole operation here shows up?
They mutinied.
Yet you conveniently rode out to them with boxes in tow.
I'm really loyal.
Okay.
If we're resting all of this on, sorry Diego, on just your ability to convince, I don't know, 10 other people of what happened, I'm not super assured that that's possible.
Yeah, and also like trusting you when you're just like plotting to murder all your comrades. Like 10 minutes after you were with them.
I want to clarify, make them unwell. I don't want to kill anyone. They just give them like the runs and the belly aches.
What if you did kill all of them with soup?
I'd feel really bad.
Well,
and you wouldn't if you just poison them enough so that we can go and kill them ourselves?
Well, they're kind of evil people.
So you're a fan of half measures, is what I'm hearing.
You guys are really critical, you know.
Well,
yeah, you're a slaver.
You're pretty shit at your job.
Now, hurtful, and you're not, I guess, wrong in principle.
Okay. So we could either try to deceive them. Are you even the head chef over there?
There isn't really a head chef. It's whoever they yell at the most does the cooking that night. They're not very nice people.
So you get yelled at a lot?
Yeah. They call me Scales.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should rush for Seaton.
Yeah, I'd still feel more comfortable with like a few guards there to back us up. Maybe a few dozen.
Hi,
Raymond.
Hello.
Hi.
Can someone give Raymond a summary?
We've been harassing this poor Dragonborn, although he is a slaver, so he deserves it.
Short resting.
Okay, nice summary.
And thinking like apparently there's a ship that would be coming in the next couple of days. They would come if we give them a signal to approach sooner, That's like if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, no.
Um,
So
can you guys hear me?
they're only near here on that day, and if the
Oh.
signal is given, they will then send a boat over, or depending on the signal, a boat from here will come over. The water here is too shallow for the boat to actually get within like 100 feet of the coast. Like the actual ship. Like
Okay.
rowboats can be used, but the ship can't get close.
So we are thinking of going to Seaton and like getting the Coast Guard to come intercept this smuggler ship because it's like they will fuck us up.
Yeah, because it's 20 people and a few of them have class features.
It was
Like 5
10
of them
to
at
20
least.
people. I
Yeah,
want to
and we
clarify.
barely
You were given a
survived this stupid
range.
shit.
We fought 8 people in this room and we almost fucking died were it not for the snakes. It might as well be
Yeah.
100 people.
That's fair.
Okay.
Because we're level 1 still. Because fucking milestones. Anyway.
I mean, I think it's a good idea to call the Coast Guard or go look for them.
Yeah. Like, that's kind of where we're settling on. So, it's like a day's trip, isn't it? So, day there, then back, and we'd still have a little time.
So specifically, yeah, at an even pace, you'll be there by. So you don't want to move tonight. You probably want a long rest here because you guys arrived here around midday and you spent several hours in the property. You could get back to Saltmarsh before nightfall, but you wouldn't be able to reach Seaton before nightfall. So I guess the first question is: are you long resting here, or are you backtracking like 6 kilometers back into Saltmarsh?
I mean, I think here is as safe as place as any.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's fine. We could go like tomorrow on our way out of Saltmarsh. We could just tell them about. We can tell the guards about the house that hey, not haunted. Pick up our money, and then move on to Seaton.
I'm fine with that. This is definitely could be placed under the heading of not our problem.
Says the person who has a problem with slavery.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, I mean, we
definitely.
report it,
This could be.
but we're
our
also
attack right now.
babies.
Like, we'd still have to. We'd be generally. I think if we reported to like the job board guard, they'd be like, "Cool. Hey, are you guys interested in being our couriers to Seaton to call the Coast Guard?"
Right.
Because
I mean, maybe they have like faster ways of communicating over there.
This place is a dump. I doubt it.
Like, and what they can't call. Maybe they have like some riders that can go.
Actually, sorry, I might need to amend how long it takes to get to places because I'm looking at the book map
How
and
long would it take to go by horse?
so that. Let me get back to you on that. Do your long rest now, and then we'll have the next part of this conversation. You guys have hit the first milestone, so you guys can go to level 2.
Fuck yeah!
Oakley.
Yep. I need to update the map slightly because there's a typo on the distance. It's actually a little bit further to Satan than I thought it would be. So I'll tell you what that is.
Oh, we're rolling
once
for hit points?
So
You
you can
can.
roll. If you get less than average, you take average.
Oh, we're still doing that. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I use the character monster to level up? Question mark.
Yep. That like you don't need to, but it's how I've always done it, and it's generally pretty convenient and reliable.
Okay. So
Give me a second.
next levels.
I'm fathomless, aren't I?
Murder. Absolutely. That describes you perfectly.
Nice.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh fuck! What do I want to? God damn it! Why haven't I thought of this?
Think about it now.
No, I haven't pre-picked out my 2 Eldritch Invocation. That's annoying.
Oh, well, you know what one of them is. It's the I add charisma to damage.
Yeah, Agonizing Blast. Yeah.
And the other one, do you want the one that pushes people away?
I'm not sure if I want to go all in on Eldritch Blast off the cuff. I'm just looking through them all. Just for a second.
You're a blaster though, right? Like you don't have.
Well, I'm gonna be Pact of the Tome is the thing. So yeah, I'm gonna be Blaster. I'm gonna do a little bit of other things.
Keep in mind, every time you level, you can switch an evocation out.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll just
Yeah.
do the quick and dirty. And what's the other one called?
Oh yeah, now I have the super
Repelling
OP
Blast.
Yeah,
Grave
Repelling
Cleric
Blast.
ability.
Ooh, 1 new spell. Okay, cool. Made my token blue.
Why?
I don't know. It's for some reason it's registering my new health as more than the maximum my health.
Well, that means you're unkillable, right?
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
It
I'm
also
done.
made Emmy blue, but their token is apparently so large that you can't see their own aura.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so so the original measurement on the map was slightly wrong. I've fixed it now. But travel wise, at a fast pace, you guys can go 50 kilometers per day. So it would take with the corrected measurements, it takes three days at a fast pace to get to Seaton. However, it takes you guys can be back at Saltmarsh at a fast pace within a day. So just a brief summary of the different travel paces. If you travel at a fast pace, you have disadvantage on keeping watch, navigating, scouting, and kind of other stuff while moving, and you can't travel while stealthed at a fast pace. There's an exception to that if you're one of the rogue subclasses or a ranger in your favorite terrain, you can travel stealthed at fast pace, but I don't think that's applicable in this group. At a normal pace, which instead of 50 kilometers per day, it goes to 38. You have no disadvantage with doing perception checks, navigating, scouting, etc. But you have disadvantage if you want to hunt and forage and stealth. And if you travel at a slow pace, which is 25 kilometers per day, you have advantage with keeping watch, navigating, scouting, etc. And you roll stealth checks flat. So if you guys wanted to go as fast as you could, and this is without horses, this is on foot, from where you are, it will take you 2 days to get to Seaton and then 2 days to get back. With a horse, you can cut a little bit of time off that, but not too much time, because while horses are faster than humans can travel at a faster pace for much longer. So, if you guys want to go to Satan, you guys could, but you'd have a very small margin of error for how much time you had to spare.
I think we should just go back to Saltmarsh.
Go back to Saltmarsh?
Hmm.
Okay.
Right. But like after we go back to Saltmarsh, what then? Like,
You could
where do we
free
go from
Diego.
here? No, he's my indentured servant now.
Well, it kind of depends on what the guards are willing to do.
Not much. Place is a shithole. Also, the reason I asked if they have a coast guard is I was more asking if they have literally any boats that they could use that are like government issued, and I got like a kind of on that.
So in Seaton, yes, I do. Saltmarsh does have a port, and it'd be up to chance what boats are there currently. You guys were there somewhat recently, so I will let Emmy roll a D100 to see if there are any notable ships in Saltmarsh when you guys left.
Emmy has butternut on her.
Yeah, but she rolled to the gem layer.
Oh, okay.
So there's a pretty impressive fishing boat in Saltmarsh right now. It's pretty fast. She rolled a 14, by the way.
So what?
Did we take a long rest? I'm sorry.
You
We did.
So when you go back there, she gets another roll, and there might be a more impressive ship there. But off the top of your memory, the most impressive ship in Saltmarsh is a pretty impressive fishing boat.
Like,
Then we should go to Seaton. Just to cut off the circular debate we're about to have, let's just go to Seaton then.
Okay.
but isn't it 3 days to Seaton? Like that's the.
He just said 2 days.
From where you are, it's 2 days. If you were starting at Saltmarsh, hang on. If you were starting at Saltmarsh, it would be 3 days.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing math in my head.
That's alright, take as long as you need. Gives me more time to get the bad guys ready.
So 2 days to Seaton. They're coming to check on their ramshacked thing in 4 days.
So we'd basically get there, tell them what's going on, see if we're going to get any support, get paid, and then run out to be back in time.
But didn't we waste a day because we long rested? So we have 3 days.
I was not counting like the night that you're already on.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then let's go to Seaton.
Okay, so it will take 2 days travel to get to Seaton, which means I do need 2 D100s from Emmy.
You're so mean.
Well, Emmy has the power to nominate someone else to roll.
Emmy doesn't have the power to speak right now.
Well, that's in between her and Butternut. Good news is Emmy didn't roll below a 50, so no encounters.
I'm really proud of you, Emmy. Good job.
Okay, so and just to clarify, you are taking both William and Diego with you?
Yes.
And Isaac.
Hello.
And Isaac,
well,
okay.
Yeah, obviously Isaac. We're not going to be like, no, you leave.
So,
what does Isaac look like, by the way?
Brown hair, freckles.
Okay.
Human.
You don't have character art that you trolled for Pinterest for?
I mean, I can make him look like Shaggy.
If that's the vibe you're going for, totally fine. I was just asking.
So just as an aside, William was on his way to Saltmarsh, because that's where he wants to do business.
If he wants an escort, he has to come with us to Seaton.
Oh, Murder disappeared. He's willing to go with you with the asterisks of like at some point will you guys walk me to Saltmarsh?
Sure.
You gonna shake on that?
Yes.
DM, a quick question.
Yep.
We found a scale mail.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep.
And how we identify that?
No one has cast the identify spell.
I don't have it.
Let's say I retroactively did that.
Oh, like you've been trailing for 2 days. So if you want, you can say I've identified this.
And I will say that.
Okay. So
What is
we'll
it?
just quickly go over all the magic stuff you guys have because you could identify all of it over a few days.
Okay. We have the
So
cursed stone, don't we?
it's a lucky stone. I
It's a
don't like
Luckiest
your,
of them all.
cursed luck stone.
I don't like your
Yeah.
assertions. It's a friendly friend stone.
Yeah, which definitely doesn't say cursed luck stone.
Again, I don't like your assertions. That's just the name of the man who made it.
Curse.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you guys already know what that does, which it gives you advantage. So you can use it once per day, and when you use it, you have advantage on the next ability check you make.
But it's cursed.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
you guys haven't had any negative effects from it yet.
Has anyone
Uh,
attuned to it?
Yeah,
No.
Isaac is attuned to it.
Yes.
Are you?
Yep.
At least I
That
said
is
it. I don't
a
have.
brave man.
You
Yeah.
madman.
Last session, he declared I attuned to it.
Cool.
Yep.
There you go.
Then you're an ongoing experiment, I guess.
Yeah.
That being said, it's still not in my inventory yet.
If you look in your folder in the journal, you'll see Luckstone. Not to be
My bad.
confused with the
I was
thing that's
looking at my
just
character.
not to be confused with the thing that's just called Luckstone, which is like a +1 to all ability checks. This is just advantage on one ability check per day.
That's all I need.
But so the starting with the scale armor. This is a Mariner scale armor. So while wearing this, you have a swim speed equal to your walking speed. Where if you're underwater and you have 0 hit points, you rise to the surface. So it is magic armor. It doesn't make you any more defendable, but it makes you unlikely to drown, and it gives you a swim speed.
I shove it
Okay.
at one of the marshals.
So, Fogwell, would
won't.
scale, would this help you?
I mean, I could definitely use it, but it might be worth more the gold.
Nope. Put it on.
No,
No.
I'm not a big swimmer.
You're
You're
literally
gonna be.
traveling with a pirate captain. Do you think we're not going to get a boat at some point?
I mean, sure, but like, will I end up on the water?
Yes.
In case, you should.
I have
Check
more
out-
faith in the captain than that.
Well, it's not
I
really
wouldn't.
about me. It's about the sea monsters and other crews and all of that stuff.
And your
Okay,
actual crew.
I'll be honored. I will
Listen.
equip the sailor's scale mail, and I guess
Cool.
I have a scale mail to sell now.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be worth some money.
So,
Where do I equip this, or should I just leave my scale mail equipped?
I'll set it up for you in a second.
Okay, that's fine.
So the other item is called the Pipe of Remembrance. It was the smoking pipe that the wizard had. So what this can be used for is you can essentially put images in smoke from the person who's smoking from it. So it's a way that you can show people stuff in forms of smoke.
Is it an attunement item?
No.
I'll take it.
It's
Okay.
Gandalf's freaking pipe.
Now it's fine. I have no idea who Gandalf is, but now it's fine.
It's a legend.
Yeah. Famous in these parts. Anyway, so I'm gonna make that visible to you, Angel, and I'll
Are
put that in your
you
folder.
updating the pirate treasure?
I will in a moment.
I wasn't sure. I was going
That's
to do it
alright.
if you weren't.
No, it's fine. I wouldn't want Cat to return for things to be not in the right place,
She'll still probably be like, you did this wrong.
and then I'd say I'm sorry, Cat. It was not intentional. My apologies. I'll sacrifice the kittens on the altar for you. Okay, and that's scale mail. Now, just to remind the group, because it may have slipped between the cracks, you guys did find plate armor last session, but it is -2 plate armor. It's not magical or anything. It's just been damaged. It can be brought back up to regular plate armor if it has a visit to the Smiths.
Or
But
we
if
could just sell it.
you could, but it's definitely not worth selling price right now.
I mean, plate armor is expensive as fuck. It must be worth something.
Oh, it is worth something, absolutely. It's just not worth what it would be worth if it wasn't messed up.
Okay.
Look.
Could we fix it?
Yeah, absolutely,
I-
but it'll cost a little bit to fix it. Yes, Andrew.
I can talk people into all kinds of things. Trust me, I'll get us a good price.
Sounds like mind control, says Diego.
You don't have a
No,
good
it's-
metric for what mind control is. You
Right.
shut
I
up.
mean, mind control would be like forcing you to not have thoughts, which I can do. I choose not to.
So I was right. You do use mind
Enchantment
control.
magic is pretty shitty, actually. No,
I'd-
I don't. I don't use mind control.
You're literally telling me what to think right now. This is mind control.
That's
It's
suggestion.
not.
It's different.
Yeah.
Now you're all trying to change my
Are
mind.
you
You're
a
all-
sheltered guy? Like, before you joined this pirate crew, did you get out much?
I feel like we've got oddly personal all of a sudden. You know, did you
Should we
grow up
put
in a
him
happy
shackles
family?
or something?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Should we put him in shackles or something?
No, it's fine.
He's
Makes it
not
a-
a prisoner.
What
per
did you
se.
What did you ask me,
I was
Diego?
I was just saying, like, you know, did you grow up in like a household with things?
Yes.
Good.
I mean, I'm concerned that he might run away and sort of warn the smuggler ship.
Well,
Can I promise I won't do
Unless-
that?
You definitely can. That helps. Not much, but a little.
I won't do that.
I don't think he could swim like hundreds of kilometers an hour.
You assume because I'm a dragonborn, I'm not a good swimmer. You're right, I'm
Yes.
not.
Why are
but
you determined to make this all about you being a dragonborn, and not that we kind of don't trust you yet?
You're the one who brought race into this, okay?
I did not. You did.
Oh boy.
Anyway, look,
Damn it.
look, it's very hard to keep a good figure when you're. Anyway, so Seaton, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Seaton.
Are you wanted there?
I'm not really wanted anywhere. It's
What?
kind of an issue I've had for a long time.
I
What is this guy's deal, man?
and you thought Fergus was bad.
Fergus,
Okay.
Fergus has nothing on Diego.
Okay.
Come on, Diego, let's go.
Okay, so Seaton. So Seaton is large compared to Saltmarsh, but to be fair, everything is large compared to Saltmarsh. But Seaton's probably 2 to 3 times larger, with a population, about 3 times larger. The other thing that kind of glares difference is a very large wall, a military fortress, and many ships of the crown here. As well as a military garrison that would be a percentage of the population of people living in Saltmarsh.
Okay.
Some of you have probably been here before if you guys are from the kind of Saltmarsh area. It doesn't have guards as much as it has army officers, so it's kind of pseudo under martial law, but not in the more modern connotation of that. But The law is firm here, but you are allowed to do free trading and stuff. But if you commit a crime, it might be called sabotage against the crown, and you might be sent to a penal colony for it. So maybe don't commit crimes here. But it's up to you.
Okay, we're in the big city. Can we go to like a barracks since there's no real like guard thing and report this and like, hey, we could use some help.
So do you want to go to the keep?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Wherever we need to turn in the bounty and then talk to like the guard captain. Like, can we have like 24 guys?
Damn it, I forgot about something.
What?
I mean, I think I remember seeing in the job board that there was some bounty on undeads. I don't think that we grabbed any skulls from the ones we killed in the mansion.
Were they undead?
They were skellies, so maybe.
Can we retcon and just grab the heads on the way out? Oh, great DM, kind God.
It's fine. We can pick them up whenever we go back. It'll be okay.
So, I'll say you can. You can collect the 6 skulls. Getting proof of kill on undead is harder than proof of kill on a lot of things because you're just bringing someone bones.
Yep.
Which could just be you've been murdering people in the village.
Or grave robbing.
Or grave robbing, but okay, so.
I'm a grave cleric. I can back my word on it.
That's fair. Going to the keep, you would be the keep itself has like a moat around it and a little drawbridge with a portcullis in front behind the drawbridge. You would be greeted by a knight standing guard, who is Angela. I assume you're doing the talking here.
Yes.
I'm
gonna give myself bardic inspiration before this starts. By the way, you
can't unless you're of a special subclass, because I don't think you can bardic inspire yourself. I think only a level 19 lawbard or something can do that. Right?
I mean, I will say the Red Knight's guidance shall be a beacon for those who seek it and cast guidance on you.
Cool, that'll work.
Cool.
What happened because we got sidetracked?
I'm
talking to somebody.
Yeah,
To the
no.
guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
They will ask, why are you here? How can I help you?
Well, we are here to turn in a bounty.
The knight will look at Murder's character.
Why are you looking at him? I'm talking to you.
I assumed you were turning him in.
No.
Is he not a criminal?
No, not right now.
Okay, I'm sorry, lady. I don't appreciate your tone. Let's start again.
I don't appreciate you making assumptions about my friend.
Is it an assumption?
It sounds like it is.
Murder, do you have anything obviously criminal about you that could be picked up with a visual inspection?
If you're racist enough, everything.
Yeah, but like justifiable, like criminal.
Do you have like prison tats? A teardrop?
No.
Do you have copious amounts of drugs?
No. I'd be lucky to have any.
You're right. Okay.
Like I'm pissed. I'm a poor dresser. If that's where you want to go. Like I'm in rags.
I'm sure you're doing your job, sir, but we've been rushing for the last couple of days, and we're afraid time is of the essence.
Yeah, we picked up a bounty in Saltmarsh to check out the.
Do we know the name of the manor?
I'm looking at it. Hold on.
I think it just said a haunted house.
Yeah, it's just locally known as the haunted house. It does have a name in city records, but not one that anyone here would have ever looked at.
Yeah, we investigated. We picked up the bounty, and she shows them the bounty for the haunted house. Investigated, determined that it is a smuggler base. And we would like the reward, and we would like some assistance in routing the smugglers because they smuggle, which is illegal, but they also engage in the slave trade, which is very illegal.
Is it?
It depends.
Really?
It it depends on what sort of humanoid is involved.
Oh shit,
Humans.
that's dark. So like, where's the line? Like, where do we start eating horses?
Like as long as it's not human, elf, or dwarf, it's more of a legal grey area.
Are we talking like
okay.
I could be enslaved easily? Is that what you're telling me?
Aren't you an elf?
Yeah, sure.
Then no.
Okay.
That yeah,
Uh,
sure was very sarcastic, by the way.
Look, you have pointed ears, don't you?
I mean, but it's like slavery,
So they
like
are
a
they are
ruled thing.
So okay, so generally speaking, you're not allowed to own slaves.
Okay.
It gets a little bit more grey when it comes to selling slaves, and it gets further grey when you're selling slaves of not like
the pretty
human
races.
slavery is not really allowed, elven slavery, dwarf slavery, and there's a few other races in there. But when you get to I'm just going to bring some races up here so I don't paraphrase too much, but like
Goblins.
goblinoid
orcs.
slavery is 100% okay because goblinoids aren't considered sentient creatures.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is it like
Wow.
socially accepted? Like, are we cool with the slavery as a
No.
society? I mean,
It's
like,
up to
you may
it's up
not
to
be,
you.
but
The society, look, as far as society is concerned, you see a goblin, you kill it because it's going to kill you and your
okay,
family if you don't kill
fair
it.
enough. We just went on a hunting spree
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that long ago.
but yeah. So like more monstrous humanoids, slavery is probably okay. Half orcs you can't really own as slaves because they're half human, but a full orc you
Okay.
could probably own as a slave. But on the inverse, if you see an orc walking down the street, you probably kill it because it's here to pillage the town.
Okay. So anyway, they are trading in illegal slaves.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was like enslaving humans and kidnapping.
Cool. Okay, so I will need one of you. We will write this all down. One of you will sign it, and it will be put in front of the Lord.
When?
After
We
you
have a
sign
tight
it.
time. We have a tight timetable.
Look,
That's the problem.
we will give you the bounty. Once this is done and you've signed it, you'll have the reward. And then it's in our hands.
So, you want us to just leave the house alone for the time being?
You can
I
do
mean, the
whatever you want
slavers
with the
will
house, but we will deal with it ourselves.
the slavers
Okay.
are going to be back there in a couple of days, and they will see that we murdered quite a few of them. They might move locations after that.
Oh, no, don't worry, we'll take care of it.
No,
All
hold
right.
on, hold on,
Like,
hold
does he
on.
seem like being
Look,
straightforward about it?
He doesn't want to talk about military business with a bunch of freelancers,
Hold on.
but he's gonna it's gonna be taken care
no.
of.
That is fine. If they're saying they're going to take care of it,
Yeah.
and we actually see them taking care of it, Lily is fine with that.
Like what they want is for all this information to be written down, then one of you to be sign it. So like if it turns out to be false, that person's then going to jail for falsifying, evidence of the crown. Then they're going to deal with it. They don't want to talk about how they're going to deal with it because that's matters of the crown. But
Well, I can definitely vouch for it.
Yeah, like they're the military. They want to go and kill smugglers, right? That's their job. That once you do their stuff, they're going to go and do it. Whether or not they succeed or not, that's you don't know, but they're definitely going to go and do something. So, um, the other bounties you guys want to turn in off the top of my head, you've already turned in the goblin one. You did that when you guys did it, but
Yes.
you guys want to turn in the undead one, which is
And the haunted house.
yeah, which is 5 skeletons. Now, angel or murder, you can roll a persuasion check to make the skeleton wizard's head worth more than the regular skeleton's head.
You want to do it or should I?
I'm not proficient in
Oh, I am.
persuasion.
Persuasion? Cool. 15.
Okay. So, they will give 2 silvers out for the regular skeleton heads, and they will give you 5 for the alchemist head. I will just put that straight into the party loot.
Okay.
Okay.
So, my question to you all as a collective is what now?
The job board here's the same.
Yeah.
Weren't we coming here for the missing person?
Yep, that's why you first headed here.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So let's see if we can look into that. Are you crossing these bounties out once the non-repeatable ones are done?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the job 11 is now
11.
crossed out, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go find the Crest family, I think.
Cool. So it would be late on the like when you arrived in here, so you'll need to stay at an inn somewhere unless you guys want to knock on their door at like 8 at night.
I think we can rest.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I offer if anyone. I mean, I have a small place, not the largest, but if anyone doesn't want to pay for an inn, they can crash at my place.
I would love for that. That sounds amazing.
Okay.
Excellent.
Isaac's cool with it.
Cool. Emmy, roll a D100. You have a 3% chance of an encounter.
Cool. Are we
Cool.
gonna get mugged?
No, Emmy rolled a 94. You guys are fine.
Nice.
She's really rolling out of character at this point. But what can you do? So.
Be grateful.
That's fair. So, anything you guys want to achieve before going to the Crest Estate? Yep.
Yes, I would say. Excuse me, Lass. Lirlin, is it?
You can call me Lily.
Okay, Lily. You said that you could. I mean, I have no use for this, and I'll put the scale mail. You said that you could barter for it, or maybe sell it.
Yes.
Do you think we should do that? I mean, it's pretty heavy to be carrying it around. We can leave it at her place if not.
Let's see if we can sell it tomorrow morning.
Sure. I
'Cause
thought
I'm
it
sure
was
that-
morning.
Is
But
it morning
fine.
now?
It's now morning.
Okay. Sure, let's go find a blacksmith.
Right.
Eventually
oh,
is not
shit,
now.
Isaac, like, do you care to wear this? I'll be on it.
Well, my character can't wear it now. He's got to get a few levels for that, but
No.
actually
mean,
just one level.
Let's
And
not
if-
lug it around.
Like scale
That's up to
mail, I
you.
think is worth. Actually, I need to bring this up anyway because you're going to sell it. But I don't think it's worth that much to start with. Off the top of my head, base game $75.
I mean, I think it's worth like 30, 40 gold. If my memory is not wrong.
Okay,
It's
so
50.
it's 50 gold
50.
base, which in this setting would then be 50 silver.
Yeah, that's fine.
So base price selling it, you can sell it for 25. Angel, you can roll persuasion to turn that higher.
Unless you really wanted to keep it, Isaac.
Hold on, let me reread my subclass because
Yeah.
I might be able to use it next level if we get it fixed. Actually,
Like, I'll note for the record, like it's not hard to buy. So if you want new scale mail come, next level, whenever that is, you
I
can
was
just.
referring to the plate. I thought we were.
Oh no, we're talking about the scale
We're
mail.
not working on the play right now.
Camel.
Yeah,
Not
My bad.
super
Scale
fast.
mail. I don't care.
Okay,
My
cool.
bad.
Okay. 23. It's the
Okay.
same modifier. 23.
Yeah, you can sell it for 40.
Right.
Fogwell, you can add that straight to your inventory because that's your own starting equipment, not
I
party
mean,
loot stuff.
No,
I
put
would
it
put
in.
that on the party loot. Like,
If you want it, we can do it
Have
in
the-
party loot.
I have this fancy armor now. I have no use for the silver.
Okay. Well, unless you run into a werewolf,
Sure.
and you can just throw silver coins at them until they die.
I mean, I have a couple, just in case.
Which raises a question: if you put a bunch of silver coins in a like a pillowcase and hit a werewolf, does it do normal damage?
More, no.
Hmm.
Just
Um,
keep
I would
things
say no.
moving.
I would go for no.
Put a bunch of silver coins in a sock and just go to town on a werewolf.
Yeah.
But okay. So anyway, do you guys want to sell the silk and brandy while you're here?
I mean,
If we took all of it, then yeah.
it would be interesting to see us carrying it around, just like a couple of carts of random shit.
So
And carpets and stuff.
cool. I'll just and roll another performance check. I roll 2, one for the 8 brandy, one for the 5 silk. Okay, so for the brandy, you can sell it at base price, which is 50 silver per cask. Which is then getting out Mr. Calculator. Okay, so while I'm just doing the housekeeping here, you guys want to find the Crest Estate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Emmy, you're from here?
Yes.
Okay. Emmy, you know where it is.
All right. I'll take the party.
Okay. In the very nice place of town, it's a mansion and it has a large wall around the property around it. So you'll have to talk to one of their guards to be let in.
Hi, we're here about the job.
You have to be slightly more specific.
We're looking for your boss's daughter.
Oh, that one. That was a close one.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Don't worry, ma'am. So, do you have information?
What does that mean? Is he implying something?
He thought you were implying something. Look, let's just say you guys have a slightly dubious error. And he may have assumed that you were here for different work. Under the table work, maybe.
I am insulted.
Well, you can be. But anyway, do you have any information that you want to
No,
sell?
that's why we're here. To talk about it.
Oh. Okay.
We have to get information, right? Isn't that how investigations work?
So the way they were selling the job was this has happened, we're buying information about it. Not we're buying private investigators to do this job. Now, if you want to sell yourself as a private investigator to do this job, that's not impossible, but that's not exactly what they're advertising. It was more of a bounty on information.
Selling myself after the previous conversation feels a little off.
Well, you can sell murder instead.
So, okay, I think we all misunderstood the job then. Because I thought we were going there to talk about it.
Yeah, like you can, but it might be hard. They don't generally let people into the estate because thieves, assassins, etc. Which
Well, I'll just ask the guard, like, when did she go missing?
9 days ago.
Is she
That's a
the
long
adventuring
time.
type?
Um, no.
Is she did she have a significant other that her parents didn't approve of?
For the sake of my job, I need to say no. You might need to phrase your questions in a less scandalous way.
I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Who was the last who saw her?
Who does she spend lots of time with?
So the last person who saw her, she there's a general store in town, and she was visiting there, and there was a robbery at the store, and among other stuff, she was captured there.
Oh shit, she might be smuggled.
Is that code?
No.
No.
Okay.
Was there a known gang that was implicated with the robbery?
Yeah, they declared themselves the Brotherhood, but we just assumed that was a red herring, which it is a saying here. No, we're not saying that Fish did this.
Um, okay, out of character question. Is that something any of us are familiar with?
You can roll an intelligence check.
Kidoki.
Nope.
I mean, are we walking around with this like former like kidnapper gang member?
We'll get to him in a minute.
Are you stereotyping Diego?
Yeah, Diego.
Um, like Diego has no fucking idea what's happening. Like he doesn't know what you guys are doing with him now, but he's still walking along with you. But
Okay.
as far as he knows, he's never heard of he's heard of many brotherhoods, but not in like a criminal context.
Well, has Ilith or Garth or Refractor, Isaac?
Like there are like with a 21, there are several criminal organizations that are with the name Brotherhood, but they're normally like Brotherhood of something. So it might be like a religious crime group, and it might be like the Brotherhood of the Mask, or whatever. But you're not familiar with a group that is specifically just the Brotherhood. Like
Okay.
it's too vague. People might get confused, so it's not a good crime name.
I guess we should just visit the general store.
Right. But back to my supposedly scandalous question. Who is
Which
she
one?
spending extra time with?
She was spending no inappropriate time with no inappropriate individuals.
I mean,
Who
for
can
the
I
god's sakes, man. Like, she's been missing for 9 days.
I concur, but I can only say what I'm allowed to say.
who can tell me something actually useful?
I can't say that.
Yes, you can. Because that's not answering the other question.
Roll persuasion check for bullying this poor man. Like he's just trying to do his job.
15.
I mean, they've posted a freaking job for, like, order
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, but the job is like you come here with information, then he gives it to his employers. Look, the person who owns the store might know more.
Thank
maybe
you.
he's the... Great.
Good job. I think.
Hey, Aleph, do you know where this general
Right.
store might be?
I'm gonna assume yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a store for like Emma. You've probably been there a little while, like a few times. It's called a call to adventure. It's generally like
Call to Adventure?
yeah.
That's
If
fun.
you want to buy rope and shit, it's where you go. If you want to buy a bunch of daggers, that's where you go. It's useful for mercenaries and adventurers, but it is a general store. Um, so do you guys go there?
Yeah.
Okay. It is in an okay part of town, slightly uphill of where Olive's house is. Um, going in, you would be greeted by the staff there. Um, as a by the by, if you want to buy any general adventuring supplies, they have them. You raise your hand.
I need studded leather armor.
They sell studded leather armor.
Oh, that's cool.
How much money do we have now?
A lot.
Yeah, we
Do they
haven't
have
divvied it up.
magical studded leather armor? Maybe.
Oh, I
Like-
don't know if we're that rich.
You guys have 930 silver in the bank.
900?
Yeah,
Gee.
the brandy and carpets were worth quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Figured.
Each of those casks of brandy were individually worth more than a single set of studded leather armor.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Feel useful. So like +1, the equivalent of a +1 maybe.
N-
I don't remember them being super expensive.
They have +0 studded leather armor.
Sure.
If you want to go to a magic store, they might have +1, but there's nothing magic here except for their smile.
Can I trade my leather armor in for the studded leather to reduce the cost?
You could sell your leather and then buy studded leather.
Sure.
So, base selling price, you'll get 5 for your leather armor. You can roll a persuasion check to get more for it.
1 second. I had to reload. Persuasion.
Yep. So you can get 5 for it.
Fine.
Cool.
I would like, if I don't necessarily have the money on me, but I could really use some silver powder. Maybe like 50 gold worth. I mean, 50 silver worth of silver powder, if we are able to gather that.
I don't see a problem with that. You could buy that here. In theory, you could get 50 silver coins and just powder them, and then you'd have your 50 silver worth of powder.
Okay.
But then you can just have somebody else do it for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, you could do that here. So I'll mark off 50 silver from the bank, and then you
If
can write-
everybody's okay with it, I'm sure I will find some use to that.
No, that's fine.
so
How
that
much for the
brings-
studded?
Base price, 45. But you can maybe try to negotiate that down. It's 45.
Just subtract 40 for the 5 and the 4,
Okay.
It's fine.
Cool. Okay. Any other supplies while we're at it?
Let's just pick up some rations and a couple of torches. Just random stuff. Where did Murder go?
His Discord crashed. But I think he called it for the day because I think it was crashing too much for him.
Okay.
But that's alright. So,
AC
went up by 1. Woo.
yay, that's a 5% less likely to die chance.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I need to equip my Scale mail.
Does anybody else need an upgrade to armor or
Hey, Amy, would you like a
well,
downgrade to your armor?
I think I'm all right.
I'll double check Kat. I think she might have regular leather armor, and I might decide that she wanted to upgrade that here.
Hey, Emmy, would you like an upgrade to your armor? I am an artificer now.
me?
Emmy.
I said Emmy.
Oh, I mean, if you're willing, you don't have to.
GM, would you allow for a retcon enhanced defense infusion?
Yeah, if you like.
All right, Emmy, your armor is now +1.
Ah, dang. Thanks.
That's cool.
So
I'm even tankier.
So, I've just marked 45 silver off the party loot because turns out Kat doesn't even own armor, let alone leather armor. So
Put her in some studded.
the whole last 2 sessions full of a lot of combat, her AC was 3 less than it should have been.
Cool.
I was wondering how a rogue with an 18 dexterity had 14 AC. Okay. Okay. That makes way more sense. Any other housekeeping we need to do?
I think we're good.
Okay. Who wants to question the poor store owner?
I'll do it. So tell me about the robbery that you had 9 days ago.
Which parts?
Well, I'm mostly interested in what happened to Lady Crest.
You're not the first person who stopped by for this question. I get like 2 of you a day.
Well, the reward's pretty nice, so
Yeah. He'll kind of summarize the whole thing for you. 9 days ago, around mid-afternoon, a few 5 people came in. They robbed the customers of the store. They took money from the till. They stole some equipment, and one of them noticed who who one of the customers were, and kidnapped Laura Crest, which is the first name of the person who was kidnapped. And that's about it.
did you
Was she
recognize any
original?
of these people?
Oh, sorry.
No, they wore helmets.
Okay. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Was she a regular here?
Yeah, she likes stopping by.
When you say helmets, are they like metal helmets or
Yeah,
are they
we sell them, by the way,
distinct
if
in
you
any
want
way?
some.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
So
sure.
they came from here.
No, we don't sell. Well, maybe, I don't know, but they were like, full helmets. They have like the little thing that lifts up here. Knights wear them.
Okay. Did they choose to take anything odd?
They took a lot of alchemist fire.
Is that as bad as it sounds, DM?
The D&D's equivalent of a Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
How it works for reference. So I'm just getting the item in front of me so I don't paraphrase. It's a non-magic item. But it's like a sticky flammable goo. As an action, you can throw it up to 20 feet away. It showers an impact, make a range attack against a creature. It counts an improvised weapon. On a hit, they take 1d4 fire, and then they keep taking 1d4 fire damage until they do a dex check to put themselves out. So, is it dangerous for an adventurer? Probably not, but it's dangerous to a regular person or a wooden structure.
So, did Lady Crest seem surprised by this?
Well, we were all surprised by this.
No, think about it. Just please humor me. Did she seem surprised by it, or did she seem calm about it? Was she crying? Was she calm? Was she?
I
Combative.
don't really know. One of them was introducing my face to the desk here at the time.
Who else was in the store?
Yeah, some regulars. I was kind of the only one working at the time. We don't generally have a lot of staff on station at any point.
I'm gonna
I
be
don't wanna-
straight with you. If we didn't know you, it would seem like you don't want this girl found.
I do. I just don't know how to help.
Does she spend time with anyone?
In what context? I think she spends a lot of time with her family.
I don't know, someone outside of her family that it would seem a little strange.
She went to church a lot.
Was that unusual for her?
I don't know.
Which church?
The one to Mantle in the city. It's like a 10-minute walk that way.
And that's the only thing she did outside of spend time on her family's estate?
I think so. I don't like gossip.
Is he lying?
You can roll insight.
19?
Yeah, he thinks gossip is rude, so he generally doesn't participate in it.
Is he generally lying?
No?
A church.
I look at the rest of the group. Any other questions?
I think we might as well just go to the church. But it seems
Yeah, I
like a
don't
long
think
shot.
we don't have any other leads.
We can always come back if we think of something else.
It's true.
You're right.
Lily, can I have a word just for a second?
Sure. What's up?
All right. I understand the intentions of trying to find this young lady, but I think it might be wise or prudent at least to perhaps not make any open questions of potential salacious rumors surrounding her. Just out of courtesy for her own reputation and for that of her family, she is missing. And I don't know. It might not reflect well on her, or us, for that matter, for asking all kinds of questions of who she might have been seeing outside the permission of her family. That's just 2 cents from an old man.
I hear you, and I don't necessarily disagree, but also, for all we know, she was part of this was all a setup and she was part of it because her boyfriend asked her, or girlfriend asked her to,
And surely
part of it.
that could be the case, but for the time being, we don't know that much about what's going on. So I think it would be most courteous of us to just go straight forward. She's a missing girl. She's probably afraid. Let's find her without, making any kind of accusations or assumptions about her character.
I don't think it's an aspersion on her character to ask if she had a significant other. Is this like a surfacer thing?
I don't know what that means.
Sounds somewhat racist.
Shut up, Diego. um, we're just a little more open about these sort of things in my hometown, under the water, under the sea. It's really not that big of a deal to most of us.
It's a big deal for a lot of people up here, unfortunately. I think we'd be a better world if it wasn't.
I agree.
Anyway, let's get on with it to the church.
Okay. Thanks. Should just say thank you to the old man.
Diego will ask while in transit, are you really from the bottom of the ocean?
She
Why you're blue?
thinks. Nearly the bottom.
Is that why you're blue?
That sounds like a biology question. Why are you red? I don't know why I'm blue.
Do you have a problem with me being red?
No, but you're asking me why I'm blue.
Yeah, I'm not asking why you're red. Makes me fast.
Ilith, I may kill him. Emmy, are you there?
Curious though. Can
Yeah.
you play your harp underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
Sound carries very well underwater.
Are there any musical instruments that only work underwater?
I'm gonna say yes with great confidence, and then I'm going to look it up.
Okay, so
I mean, they could work. They wouldn't sound as we hear it up here.
Yeah, I had to
definitely
relearn how
different music.
to. I had to relearn most of my instruments while I was up here.
okay, so you guys go to church. You see, looking in, there's a bunch of dwarves hanging out on there. They are currently in session. You guys can wait or interrupt.
I do not want to interrupt.
I would definitely advise to wait.
Wait. DM, I have a question.
Yeah.
Character.
Yep.
Is the Crest family a family of dwarves?
No, so the Crest family is purely human and absurdly rich. And like third cousins of the royal family of Casanetto. The reason there are so many dwarves here is because Mantle was originally a god primarily exclusively for the dwarves that the service kind of borrowed. But so generally, religious dwarves orbit Mantle more than any other deity.
It would be weird for a human to be here.
No, not really. Like, humans can worship Mantle. Dwarves don't care about that. Like, as far as the dwarves are concerned, all the other gods do exist, but Mantle existed first.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Not a problem. So it's gonna take a while for them to be done. You guys can nebulously wait outside for that amount of time and then go in if you like, or you guys can do something while waiting.
I mean, I don't know if we have much else to do.
Is there like any kind of shop nearby or something that, like, I want to find someone that would have seen Lady Crest like coming here regularly outside of church?
Yeah, there's some stores here. There's actually a few blacksmiths around the church because one of the thing Mantle represents is smithery.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we can get that plate armor of ours checked up.
Also.
Yeah. So going to the closest blacksmith, on the plate armor front, they would charge you 200 silver, and they'd bring it back up to new. So that would bring it from like AC 16 back up to AC 18.
I don't have a problem spending the money on it.
I mean, I can't wear it. Does
I don't
anyone?
think I can either. Yeah.
I can use it next
Isaac.
level.
Well, it's a pretty expensive thing. Would you like to keep it?
I would, yes.
You guys can also just say we sit on it, and
Yeah,
then
that's what
later
we're.
you can deal with it.
Fix it?
Well, do we want to fix it now, or I mean, I kind of want to wait to fix it since we aren't gonna get anything out of it by fixing it now.
Yeah, we might find like a pristine one like
Yeah.
as soon as we leave. Unlikely
yeah.
though,
And-
but
Classic RPG problem. You spend all this money on equipment, and the moment you leave town, you fight one wolf, and the sword the wolf drops is 3 times better than the sword you just spent all your money on.
Yeah.
definitely.
I just don't want to run out of money.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely don't know how to manage that. So
Yeah. I will say, just as an aside, there are other jobs specifically in Seaton if you guys want to take a different job while you're waiting. If you look at the job board, which I'll post again, there's an application to join the army here. Not that I
No.
think you guys want to necessarily do that right
Ah.
now. But someone's
A
looking
maid is
for
wanted.
someone's looking for someone to test potions on. um, the
That sounds fun.
You
Beast
know-
tamer.
there's a monster that's been digging bodies up from the graveyard nearby.
we
What
could
have they been
definitely
doing
take
to
a
it?
look on that.
Oh, they've been collecting. Like that,
Lovely.
they dig up the graves and then leave the graves empty.
I think we can wait until the dwarves are done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so if you're asking at one of the blacksmiths, you would find out that the lady came here fairly regularly. 3 times a week. For the sermon.
When did that start?
A few years ago. 2 or 3.
Did she come by herself, or did she come with a friend?
Oh, she normally had guard, like private guards with her,
Which guards?
like the ones that work for her family.
Every time?
Less so recently, like a lot originally, but that's slowly diminished over time. Like it started at 10, and by the end of it, it was only 2. You have a scrunched
This
up
is-
face, lady. Are you okay?
I'm thinking. It's hard.
Was she interested in the craftsmanship around here? Maybe purchasing weapons or armor.
She did have a fondness for the smithing arts. She liked asking questions.
Did she ever try to craft anything?
Not that I
buy?
know. But sorry, what was that?
Would she buy like
Oh, would you buy stuff?
crafting?
I don't think so. Not here at least. I can ask around, the community if you want, but yeah, that might take a day or so.
Have many people come asking about her?
You're the 4th today.
Holy shit!
Like, I don't mind the company, but it is a little bit discouraging when I see a new person walk in and then they leave without buying anything.
That's all right.
Show me what you got.
I've got armor. I've got weapons. I have. Do you want to buy some smithing tools?
Do you have any fishing hooks?
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of those.
How many do you need?
A couple.
How how much is that?
2.
Well, we generally sell them in bags of
Yeah.
50. Um, can I
How much for the bag of 50?
2 silver?
Alright. I shuffle around my pocket and I'll pull out 2 silver.
Anything else I can sell you? We've got some nice boots.
I think we might have more questions.
Okay.
Do
And they would.
Isaac or Ilith have any questions?
No, I was trying to buy something that'd be nice.
I'm trying to buy smithing tools.
Okay. So that would be 20 silver here.
Just take it
Right,
out of party
right,
loot,
Isaac's grab.
man. Yeah.
And Isaac takes it out of party loot.
Yeah. Okay. I will mark that down for you.
Thank you.
So, there are other tools here if you want to buy them. We have carpenters, jewelers, paperweights.
No, I think that's enough.
Exotic
Islet.
paperweights.
Does anybody else have any questions that I haven't thought of? Because I know I ask a lot of I talk too much.
I think I might have one. Has anybody come asking about her before she was kidnapped?
Um, Let me think.
A good question.
Can I guide him?
You know, thinking about it, yeah.
When?
Okay.
Before she was kidnapped.
When before she was kidnapped?
Oh, like a few days, maybe a week,
What'd
maybe
they
2
ask?
weeks. Just a bunch of questions about why she goes to the church and how often and stuff like that.
I didn't think that to be worth mentioning.
No, is it?
Did you mention it to anyone else?
No, should I?
No, it's fine. What did this person look like? Shh, I want the reward, goddammit.
They looked really human.
That's an odd
So,
thing to say.
As
Like,
much
no
as
beard,
I understand
really.
as much as I understand the sentiment, all humans don't look alike, so could you be a little more specific?
Well, like no beard, brown hair, somewhat short, evenly spaced eyes, kind of like like a bluish brown. Like
Are we
they were
talking taller than me and shorter than him?
well, they were taller
How
than
tall?
me.
Okay. Any
And
sigils? Any names?
they didn't give me your name, but I don't even know your name. I generally don't ask for them. They were shorter than the green guy over there. And somewhat, I guess, lean, maybe. Very human.
No sigils? No markings?
They had a brown jacket.
Okay.
It had like wool in the collar.
Okay. Is that special DM? Like, is that something people just randomly wear, or is it like
It
a very
it's not
odd garment?
it's not unique. But it's also it's not in fashion right now. So there might not be that many of them in the city. Um. Uh. He had
Did
all of
he
his
ask any?
teeth.
That'll narrow down. That'll narrow it down just a little bit, but
Um.
useful.
Um.
Did you ask him why would he want to know these things?
No. I just thought he was curious.
A random stranger asks you about
A
Lady
lady.
Crest and
look.
your.
The days are very long. Okay, I like the company. I'm next time I'll ask why people ask questions.
Do you
Why are you
do you know if
asking
you
all these
talked to?
questions?
Because we're
Trying
trying
to
to
find
find
her.
Lady Crest. Did he
Hmm.
talk to anybody else?
I
Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't asked.
Was he alone?
There was a lady with him, but she waited outside. She was tall.
Like tall as, and I point at Magok.
It's hard to tell from this perspective.
Also
Human?
human-like? Or human?
Yeah, definitely looked human. Oh, the guy, he smelled of tobacco.
Tobacco.
Okay.
Are you a connoisseur?
I smoke.
Any specific that you can tell from the tobacco he was smelling like?
It
Local? Foreign?
smelled expensive.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean,
And the lady was wearing something in particular, some sort of
I
garment.
couldn't really see her. She had like a cloak and a hood.
Okay, not suspicious at all.
But it was a very sunny day.
Hmm. Okay, we might have
ooh,
some other lead here. Maybe these two persons were asking someplace else. Maybe that general store from before. You might want to go back.
yeah.
But yeah, let's wait for the ceremony to finish or something.
Um, where would you buy expensive tobacco in Seaton?
Well, I wouldn't. I buy it by the barrel, but
From who?
Shit, this guy's gonna fucking die.
yeah, of course he is. um,
He works in a
the
blacksmith.
I just buy a couple of barrels a month of tobacco.
like to be fair, he's gonna die of coal lung first.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's a race what's gonna kill him, but the in the city, like you can get a general store, but if you want to go really expensive stuff, there is like an import store near the docks where you get like you can get jewelry and like fine dresses and whatever else that you need that's generally not made in town.
Okay, might worth a shot.
Yeah, we might need a bit more information before we go asking things.
Yeah. I will say that you've probably got another 3 hours before the sermon's over, so you have time if you want to do that before talking to the dwarves, or you can wait for the dwarves here.
Let's go do that so that we're not just sitting here.
Well, standing, there aren't seats.
Anyway,
Well,
we're
what's
going to the
fancy
docks.
tobacco shop?
Okay. You guys make it to the import store. Everything here looks more expensive than anything you guys own except for that plate armor.
That tracks.
You would be asked to, wipe your shoes before entering. It's got very expensive carpets.
I'll definitely do that.
They will ask Garth and Maggie to stand outside. Not the right sort of clientele.
Oh, I mean, that's rude. You shouldn't assume.
They look like they have fleas.
They don't.
Have you checked?
Yes.
Canonically?
No.
So, going in, everything here is expensive and fragile. Angel, do you mosey up to the counter?
Yes.
Okay.
I will cast guidance on you.
Okay, Angel, what do you say?
I'm interested in some tobacco.
Okay. What sort?
Oh. I'm a little bit of a newbie to this, but what do you suggest?
It depends what your budget is.
Start looking around the clothing and see if anything looks similar to the description of the guy.
Roll investigation. So.
I will assist.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I mean, I will assist you. My investigation is poo-poo.
That's fair.
That works for me too.
So, Angel, what he's asked you what budget do you have?
Define expensive tobacco in this era.
So, as a person who grew up underwater, you might need to ask someone in the party.
Okay, can we have said, I don't know anything about tobacco or burning it because we don't do that. We chew it when we get it.
I mean,
That's gross.
It's also something that people do.
But Emmy, roll intelligence, as your characters are most likely to have spent time around tobacco. Emmy, I don't know if Ilif has ever smoked, but definitely nothing of this caliber.
You don't have like a Cavendish tobacco or broadleaf, burley.
That would be the plebeian store.
I have some money to spend on this.
And that would be...
Just show me the stuff, dude!
It's sir, but I need to know what budget you're looking at to know what stuff to bring out.
75 silver.
Okay, I'll get the low end out.
holy shit.
That's a lot of
expensive as fuck.
that's a lot of money for
Yeah,
low
this city,
end.
isn't the city kind of a shithole?
There's
Like-
a lot of rich people in this city, though.
Who the fuck buys
Oh,
this?
this is like the vacation town. I don't know what Seaton's like.
Like, so the
I don't-
capital
honestly,
is...
guys, I don't know what to do from here. I'm
so,
sorry.
So, one moment. The capital is pretty far east of here, but this is a important place for trade routes and stuff, so a lot of nobles have, like, estates here so that they can come here and stay there when they're getting their stuff brought into the country. But
I mean, I will approach the counter, and I will say, well, we saw recently a very distinct looking lad on the street, and he was smelling a very exquisite tobacco. Maybe you saw him. He had like a leather jacket with some sort of a sheep collar on it. Would you happen to know that? Like it sounded very, very interesting. Maybe he bought it here. And I'm shit at deception. I'm just saying.
I will help him.
Well,
Yeah,
for
that. Go ahead.
for the right price, I might be able to recollect that information.
Hold on, let me look at our.
I mean, he sells like fucking expensive shit. I don't know if we can buy this guy off.
Yeah, but it's like
Let's-
it's not like he makes a lot of money, he gets paid a wage. So if we
Yeah,
just
I'll-
even give him
we'll just
like 10
start.
silver, it's like
Yeah, we'll start with 10 silver on the counter.
What if he's paid commission?
15? How?
Jeez.
Okay, I need you to just tell us what we have to get to.
Well, for 75,
also-
I'll just tell you what you want to know, but we can
Thank you.
negotiate up. Okay.
I mean, can I persuade him down?
Yeah, no, there's a whole process of haggling here. So he starts at 75, counter offer.
Oh, come on. We're
I mean,
just
there's-
asking. We're asking.
Sorry, that was 30, Emmy?
I said 40.
40, okay. 62.
55.
That's fair.
59.
57.
Ooh. 57 and 40 copper.
20 copper,
Really?
and you have yourself a deal.
Doesn't that fuck
Yeah.
us over?
That's 2 extra silver. Ilith is like, I never did well in math.
That's alright. Uh, okay. So
Our bribe money is going out the window. This is why I was like, we don't need to be spending 200 gold on something people can't use right now.
okay. So what's your question again?
Who did you
saw
sell
this-
the tobacco to?
Yeah, we're looking for this guy who had this leather jacket and some sheep collar on it. He smelled like very fine tobacco.
It may have been with a woman wearing a hood.
Ah. That would be Solomon.
Solomon.
Who's Solomon?
That. What would be the word you'd use for him? So let's say you wanted to do something, but you didn't want your neighbors to do that, so you hired a middleman to do a job for you.
So he's involved in illegal activities?
I
Are we
would-
talking like HOA violations or something a little more serious?
Is that some sort of underwater term? I don't, what are you talking about?
Does this man cut the grass or something a little bit more?
Imagine, for example, your neighbor had an annoying dog, and you wanted to hire someone to get rid of the dog.
Interesting.
Is he a
Would-
regular?
Sorry?
Is he a regular here at your store?
Like monthly.
Okay.
When was the last time he was here?
Roll me a D30. $11 ago.
So that was
Interesting.
before the kidnapping.
Is it just...
Yep.
Is he known to take away the dog and sell it somewhere else? Has he been known to participate in that sort of thing?
In this analogy, sure. Sometimes replace the dog.
I don't
I'm
get
not
it.
getting
Like
your
Bonnie,
metaphor.
Bonnie doesn't
Yeah.
get that.
It higher class stuff. Don't worry about it.
Weird
Yes.
choice of words.
Um. Well,
Ooh.
so society is built on different classes, right? At the very top, you have the high class, which dictates the direction of society.
Okay.
At Okay, who clicked that? It was a cat. Sorry, not cat. Angel. That is unapplicable here. That it works underwater.
Come on. They're not that different.
Well, like you might have an equivalent, but the one you are specifically aware of is the underwater version of it. But essentially, this person is under the correct or wrong assumption that you guys are plebeians, and the person you want information about is not necessarily a member of the higher class, but he works for the higher class.
And what about the lady? Do you know who she is? Is she also a regular?
Oh, imagine if your neighbor had a dog, and the person you wanted to get rid of the dog had a person that they used to get rid of the dog. So, like,
Okay.
imagine if you added a middleman per se to this arrangement.
Another one.
So she's her right hand.
Yeah,
Of
so
sorts.
it's like having two middlemen.
Okay.
How does one contact this guy?
You could send him a letter.
Does he live here?
Not in this store, no, but
What is it with everybody in this town being completely pedantic all the time?
But if you'd like, you could leave a letter here, and I could send it for you.
Is that
Do
true?
you know?
You can roll inside if you want.
Can do.
That's a
You think
date
he
for
probably
me.
like he would, but he would probably ask for a service fee.
No.
Alternatively, you could just go to the post
Awful
office.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So, do you know if he's had any jobs recently?
He's had to buy more clothes recently,
When?
like in the last week or so.
11 days ago.
Why did he have to buy new clothes? What did they look like?
They looked fantastic. But they will give you a description of the outfit.
Does it fit with the leather, like sheep shit?
Same style, not exactly the same outfit, but you think someone who dressed in that style, they probably have an outfit that is in that kind of fashion sphere, I
Okay.
guess.
Look at the rest of the party. Anything else?
I mean, I think we're off to find this Solomon. If we're trying to do something.
I think just finding
Isaac, isn't it?
Solomon. I don't have any other questions.
You could buy
Thanks for your
something.
time.
While you're here.
What?
No, you got your money. It's fine.
No, I was looking forward
Well,
to
you
more
didn't-
haggling.
Maybe next time.
Okay.
Do you get anything from insert city name that you still have not given me? Any imports from
Which one?
Under the sea.
where the Tritons live? At least the capital where the
I have
princess
no
lives.
idea what a Triton is.
You
There
don't
isn't.
get any imports from.
There's not. No, there's no regular trade with the Tritons here. The maybe in the capital city, but definitely not here.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Like, if you have any Triton memorabilia, he's willing to sell that.
What do I get out of it?
Money.
I'll think about it.
Okay. So,
I mean, she does have stuff, so she definitely could, but she'll think about it.
okay. So, where are you going?
Church.
Church?
Yeah, are we back to the church yet? Is it time?
Yeah, they're done.
Cool. To the church.
They are now enjoying a drink.
She'll say, look, I'm generally pretty persuasive, but I don't know anything about your religions, so I have no idea what's, like, okay to talk about.
I think I might be able to come to them.
Oh no! Anyone who's familiar with the mantle religion at this point, anyone who's interested can drink as part of the service because that's how they end their service.
Ignore the advantage.
Okay.
I would do that.
But it's
Like,
still
would
a
I
nat
know of the
20.
mantle?
Yeah, you're a cleric.
speak
It's one.
Dwarvish.
It's one. Yeah, it's one of the more common gods here. Yeah, like if you guys walk in now, they will start offering you drinks.
I would
Captain's gonna be
take.
so sad he missed it.
I would take as much as it's needed to be polite, but not more.
Well, you have to at least finish your glass before it's you know to be considered polite. Anything less than that, you know
Okay.
that.
I'll enjoy on that. And
Okay. Is anyone not drinking?
She will explain she's a bit of a lightweight. Can she have a child's portion?
Yeah, you're still given a full glass.
God damn it!
They're dwarves. They're resistant to poison. A child's portion is still like a full portion. Anyone who's
I'll drink.
anyone who's drinking, I do need a con check. Unless you roll less than 5, you're not going to be affected by this.
Okay.
You underestimate my ability to roll very low at key moments.
This is a key moment.
Nice.
Constitution
Yep.
check or save?
It's a check. It's only a save if it's poisoned.
Is it poisoned?
No.
Did Isaac get anything for his nat 20 on religion?
I can explain everything about the religion of Mantle if you like. Where are we? So I'm just finding my handout on the gods. But the summary of the religion of Mantle is the idea that Mantle created the material plane in a very dwarven sense, created the material plane. You guys are technically a giant, like the entire material plane is like an ingot that the giant smith Mantle is constantly reshaping. The Mantle is generally considered one of the better gods. He's not necessarily good per se, but he's lawful. Justice is a big thing about his domain. So is knowledge. But he's one of the only gods that's kind of universally legal everywhere. Because nothing about Mantle upsets most societies. What you can do, Refractor, on your sheet, write as a note that you nat 20'd a religion check on Mantle, and if it ever is relevant, I can give you more information. But he's a fairly big god, but not one that's necessarily super relevant in all matters. But no one is hammered. Actually, before I say that, here's Diego's roll. Okay, no one's hammered.
What is William's role?
That's
He's still here.
he is, and his con is 9. He's not going to do well here. Okay, he's okay. Bit unsteady, but okay. And I'm just going to assume Maggie and Garth are fishing right now.
Oops. Ignore those.
If you click this sprocket or the cog, it will let you edit it.
That's what I tried to do.
But yeah, so going in, there are many dwarves here. There is the father of the church as well, if that's who you want to speak to.
I mean, I would finish my drink and try to look for the dwarf that seems to hold the highest station here.
Here's the one with the biggest hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would approach and speak in Dwarvish and say, hello, brother. May the mantle's wisdom be forever in your house.
He will ask
you
if he
spare a
can give you a
moment?
hug.
I would definitely take it. Like, is that normal?
Yeah.
I would go for the hug.
Yeah. Very friendly here. So give you a
It's
big
scrawny.
hug.
Sure.
What he lacks for height, he makes up for in muscles. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of craftsmen in the religion of Mantle, so all the fathers and like, all the members of the church are generally also smiths. So he's just a big muscular dwarf giving you a hug.
Is there like an actual forge inside the temple?
Yeah. The actual behind the
cool as
altar,
fuck.
there is a giant forge.
Cool shit.
But yeah, he'll ask how I can help you.
I mean, I'm sure you've been asked before, but we're looking for a missing lady that used to frequent your temple.
Yes.
Just looking to find some answers.
How can I help you with that?
Well, anything you could tell us about her and her interests might be of use.
Well, she was a patron of the fine crafts. She had a bit of an eye for business. She was she liked offering her insights when we were negotiating doing crafts with the army here. She could drink like a dwarf. What else? She not necessarily practically, but from an academic sense, she was very interested in the crafting we do here. She has a mean right hook.
Okay.
But I'm not meant to tell anyone that.
As of late, she started coming with less and less of a guard.
Yeah. So her parents are super controlling. Didn't like the idea of her coming here to start with. But over the issues, I would kind of talk the guard group to less guards.
Okay.
Which is good because they didn't like participating. They kind of sat at the back and well, sometimes I'd snore.
Interesting.
Was she able to talk them out of accompanying her a lot?
Well, it took a while, but like that, yeah, the retinue was like decreased down to like I think it was 2 by the end.
Well, the only reason I ask, I don't remember anybody saying that there were her guards were with her at the general store.
They weren't, but I think that they are not like accompanying her at all. Lately.
Is that true?
Well, she still had guards here. Her father doesn't like dwarves. But I don't know about elsewhere.
Okay. Did someone happen to come by asking for her? A fellow with a
We
leather
actually
jacket,
get
maybe?
about 4 people a day come in here asking those questions.
Oh, I'm aware, but
Before
she went missing.
Let's think. Like we used to get questions all the time about like why was she hanging out and doing stuff. The community here was a bit surprised with her interest here. But can't really think of anyone suspicious asking any questions. I could ask around the neighborhood if you like.
might be good.
Does the name Solomon mean anything to you?
I know about 3 dwarves by that name.
No, dwarf.
No dwarf.
Human.
Human by the name of Solomon.
Leather jacket
Smells
with
of fancy tobacco. Leather jacket.
Hook hand and eye patch, right?
Well, no, like we don't have that, but I mean, like I'm assuming people who've told us about him would have mentioned that.
No, he's thinking of an entirely different person. Off the top of his head, he can't think of a Solomon, but if you give him like a day or two, he can kind of ask around the community.
I mean, that'd be useful.
Thank you.
You get a hug too.
I will give him as big of a hug as my little 6 strengths arms can provide.
He lifts you up. Which is impressive because of his height. But anyway, so where to next?
I mean,
Honestly,
that's a great question. We're at the dead end.
Well, we have pieces of information to give to the family now, so.
Well, we can try and track down Solomon. Like, we can canvass the town and ask if anyone knows of him or might have seen him.
Yeah, we can also go back to the store and see if this guy was around. Or she disappeared, maybe?
Yeah, that's right. Like the general store owner did say that there were some like usual like buyers at the time of the robbery, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did we ask for their names?
Nope.
We did not,
Nope.
but maybe Solomon was one of them.
Well, we can check that out. I will say, like I said, we do have information we can give to the family. I'm not saying that's when we stop investigating, but
Yeah, I'm just worried if, like, from a very greedy standpoint, if we tell the family and they start sharing that our information that we just gathered with like the next adventurers round.
Well, the main thing is for this girl to be found. If anyone else can do it.
That's Emmy talking, not Ilif. Ilif is like, shrug. Like, we can look for. He thinks that we should like go around asking for Solomon because we have a name and we have a vague description.
Diego has an idea.
What's your idea, Diego?
We could all hang out in a crate and mail that crate to Solomon.
No. Good idea, though.
Okay.
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to encourage
how
him. I'm
should
sorry.
we-
Let's
how do we
workshop it.
mail that? We don't have his address, right?
Well,
But the post office might. So if we say that, hey, we're looking for Solomon, this is a box he ordered from the
Well-
forest.
the issue is that there are multiple Solomons in the town. The dwarf said he knew 3,
Well,
plus a human that wasn't our Solomon.
we just go to the post office and we mail a box to each Solomon.
Also, pin on that crate might be a good plan C, maybe. He was like a middleman for shady things. Maybe we
Yeah,
can ask
somebody
around
in.
some inn or tavern, like a shady guy or something like that. I mean, he was hired by the nobility, so maybe we.
I mean, maybe the
can
family
go
knows.
there.
Maybe they have
That-
beef with
that
some other
might
family.
be-
Okay, so Solomon is the middleman, right? Like he's the one that probably was inquiring after her and then kidnapped her. Correct?
I mean,
Is that
that's
one of the
that's
running
according to
theories?
Mr. Shady Poop, who like took a bribe for 75 silver to give us that information.
Yeah, sure. It's Mr. Shady Poop. It's still like a lead worth pursuing, especially
True.
if he's recently been purchasing new stuff, which implies to me he's either buying clothes for a captive or he just got his big payout and is buying new
Yeah.
clothes for himself.
But
So
he's getting the hell out of Dodge.
yeah, so like maybe it's best to track him down first and inquire about him before we pursue anyone else.
Hmm.
Okay, let's do that then.
Would you happen
Yeah,
to
I
know
would
anyone who
definitely-
could help us with that endeavor in the city?
Does Ilif know anyone in Seaton?
Day 100.
I mean, someone who can find shady cunts, basically, would be the...
Emmy, Ilif, any family?
Not in
Like
the area.
siblings,
No,
cousins?
not in the area.
Okay. Emmy, you have an old fishing buddy who you could call up. They as well as fishing, they used to do drug smuggling.
Okay,
Perfect.
I'll tell the crew. No, I have an old buddy, old Crowley. I don't know if that's his name. That's just
It
what I
is
call
now.
him.
Okay, well, we can visit this Crowley guy.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a long shot.
We'll see. I'll head over
Okay.
to his place, or what I remember was his place.
Last you heard, he owns a casino, like a gambling
Oh,
den.
shit.
Like
Hey.
not a
God
big
damn.
casino, like an inn that also has gambling on the second floor.
Well, he's
I think
done
we're
well for
not in the
himself.
right business, guys.
Well, Emmy, you're failing to catch fish. He was failing to catch fish and smuggling drugs. Is the difference.
Okay.
So the moral of this is you should have been smuggling drugs.
I don't see. flaws in
Fishing's
that
the more
logic.
rewarding life.
Okay.
Is it?
In wisdom and experience, yes.
Now, Emmy, if I look at your sheet, am I going to see a particularly high amount of wisdom?
You're not gonna see a ton of it.
I respect your +1.
So, is this person, like, trustworthy? Is he just gonna go and warn Solomon that we're looking for him?
For money, Emmy, he is the most trustworthy person in the world.
Hey,
Holy shit, we're gonna
Yeah.
dry
It's
out this
fine.
down.
Cat gets back and says that you've spent all your money on bribes.
I mean, better than gambling.
That's fair.
I mean, wait. How do we know how much are they paying for the information or something like that?
I don't think so.
Well, it's in platinum, so it'll be a
That's
lot.
stated.
Yeah, they're yeah.
Even
not
if it's
stated,
state
but
platinum, is a lot.
the DM did just tip his hand.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
in platinum. Like they don't pay in little. Like it depends. Like if you arrive and it's like, hey, her kidnapper had brown hair, you'll probably get some silver. But if you bring her back alive, you'll probably be given platinum. Or
Okay, so they expect for someone bringing her back alive. Okay.
like they would appreciate that.
Well, yeah, maybe it is worth it to like bribe some shady guys.
Okay. So, Emmy, you lead them to the gambling den tavern.
Nice name.
Excellent. All right, I'll go find Crowley.
Uh, you will be referred to the third floor for his office.
All right, let's go, gang.
Like, it's a fairly big office, but it's not a big office with like 9 of you in there.
Hmm.
Like,
Right.
the stairs are like 1 person each, so you guys just conga line up the stairs. But Emmy, they will go into their office. They will be cordial. They'll say, "Long time no see. Do you still suck at fishing?"
How about same old, you know? It's an honest living.
So yes.
Sure.
So you want a job?
No, we're actually here for some information. If that's
Oh.
quite all right.
Okay. What do you want? I'll tell you the price.
Okay. Well, we're looking for a shady character in Seaton. I believe his name is Solomon. Smells
Okay.
like tobacco. Has a cool leather vest.
200 silver.
How about a discount for a friend? And
You're
we'll
right.
leave it at
250.
Come on, we're
What's-
just trying to find one guy.
Well, like, do you just want me to tell you where he lives, or do you want me to get him here?
You can do that?
For 250 silver, I can do a lot of things.
I mean,
What? If I do a job for you, would that lower the price?
Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
somehow roll a persuasion check to get this down a little bit?
Always.
Okay, we're gonna try this. And probably. Oh, I did okay.
Okay.
She's like, come on, we're just asking for an introduction.
For an introduction, you say? Like, them here or you there?
Whichever.
Well, if you want them brought here, we'll call it 200 now. If you want just the straight address, well, we'll call it 100.
Look at the group.
110 for an old friend.
I mean,
That's not how this works.
I don't see the point of bringing him here.
No, me neither.
You might get him
Well,
by
it's
surprise.
it's a guarantee of him getting here. You know, we might go over to his place. He might have people watching his place and give him a warning.
He does, by the way.
What, people watching his place?
Yeah,
I'm
wouldn't you?
willing to.
How about 100 for you to get him here? We'll call our debts even, but also I will do a job for you.
If I recall, you're the only one with debt. And
I don't owe you a dime, I don't think.
I
Unless I
remember a
forgot.
day in which you caught no fish, and I lent you a trout.
I'll catch you 20 trout plus do
Yeah,
a job.
over 40 years.
What?
Like, it will take you 40 years to get 20 trout.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I'm not a bad fisherman. I
Sure.
like.
Sure. Okay.
What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Because if he comes here, that's easier for us, and we don't run into
Hello.
any of his guards.
So,
I mean,
just
what
sorry, as a
tells
quick,
us that he's not gonna come here and have backup here?
If he's being called here, like under the, if we tell Crowley to tell him like he's getting hired for a job, sure, I'll probably come with the secondhand man, but he's not gonna come like, he's not gonna be suspicious, right? He's not gonna come with like extra people or in guns blazing. Like he's just here to do what he probably regularly does and hear out whatever contract he's about to take. If we go to his house and he's not there, and there's people watching his house because I don't know, he's an important figure in the underworld, that like gives him a heads up. We could get hunted, or that fight or that talk is a lot more difficult. So we kind of get the upper hand in the case that we bring him here. I think is the assumption.
Okay.
Okay.
So, on the job front, if you want a discount on this service, how illegal are you willing to be to commit these jobs? I've got a few different ones you can do. Some are quicker, but a little bit more, we'll call it morally dubious. But if you guys are squares, we've got some normal ones as well.
No slavery in any form.
Agreed. I would like to stay within reasonable lawfulness.
Reasonable lawfulness. Okay.
Not a lifetime sentence if we get caught.
Okay.
Isaac
I-
isn't very particular.
I have a map to a ruins outside the city, and I need it investigated. You guys can have half of whatever's in there.
Works for me.
I don't mind doing that.
Done.
That sounds a bit more than investigating. It's like looting.
Well, yeah, but you get half the loot.
Who does the loot belong to?
Well, that's a complicated subject matter. Let's just say the original owners are no longer alive.
Oh, that makes it better.
Or the ruins, that
So
makes
is
sense.
it like,
Yeah, like
grave robbing or archaeological work?
uh, we'll call it archaeology.
Okay, I'm down for archaeology.
Because Emmy BRB, we'll take our 5-minute break here, just so that we don't discuss stuff without Emmy in the room.
Okay.
Okay. Emmy, did you return?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Apologies.
cool. You may have noticed silence when you returned. We were doing a 5-minute break.
I figured when I got back that you guys were doing a 5-minute break.
Yeah,
I
we
saw
weren't
the
just...
empty Patmore chair.
Yeah. Well, Smudge was in it.
We couldn't see Smudge because she's a smudge on a very dark chair in a very dark room.
So, I have my curtain open. It's just so overcast here that it doesn't make a difference. Like, I have the light is on. I've got two monitors lighting me up. I've got an open window. This is still how dark it is, apparently.
You don't have an overhead light?
Yeah, up there.
And it's on?
Yeah, because this is it if it's off.
Oh my god. You live in a cave.
I don't live in a cave. I have a fucking open window next to me. I wonder. I'm just going to quickly look at devices, and I'm just going to see if there's a setting to make the webcam brighter. Literally no options except for remove device. Mate, Discord, you don't have a setting in here to do stuff, do you?
I don't think for video, no.
Like, this is probably just gonna make it worse, but I've made my background blurry, which should make me more visible, but I don't know if it's necessarily helping.
I mean, you're doing what I'm doing, but I also have a very bright light above me.
I also have a very bright light above me.
It does not seem like it.
It's fine. Anyway. So do you accept the job? Do you go and archaeology some ruins?
Sure.
Do you do that now?
Yeah, I mean,
We can't do it right now. We're trying to get Solomon.
maybe he won't. He'll take it. It will take him a while to get him here.
Yeah, and he wants you to do the job up front.
Oh, really?
How long? I mean, yeah, how far away?
Actually, it's like 2 hours walk out of town into the forest.
We could probably do that like right now and then fingers crossed be back real soon.
Like,
Is this guy about to turn on us?
Old Crowley?
100%.
Nah.
like
Is he gonna turn on us?
you can roll insight if you want.
I
If you
would
want
love
to
to
cast
do that.
aspersions on this man's character.
19. Is he gonna betray us?
You don't feel so. He could just be really deceptive, or he could just be, willing to do what has been asked because you're paying him money.
We didn't pay him the money, right?
Not
Wait,
yet.
No.
We have to do the job first.
Yeah. Then you pay money.
Yeah.
Give him half of whatever you find, and then he'll do what you ask.
I think that's
Okay.
gonna be a lot of money that we are gonna give to him.
Well,
if we
then
get
it's also a
half-
lot of money that we're going to keep, too. We get to keep half. He said we get to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
half.
Let's go to the ruins.
Now, in
Yeah.
the half of the loot that he wants, one of the items is specifically a silver sarcophagus.
We can't drag a
How the
silver
fuck am I gonna bring that
sarcophagus
over
back, okay? We don't have the
Can you
equipment
provide
for
us a
that.
cart? Like,
Yeah, done,
Okay.
And
Oh
horses?
shit.
done.
God, I feel like we're about
Should the
to...
sarcophagus be
Is it
kept
big?
untouched?
Yes, don't open it.
What's in it?
Shit.
Stuff.
I need a little bit more specifics because if something comes back to life and they pick us to come after, I don't like that. Does not sound like a good time.
Then don't open it.
I wouldn't open it, but shit
There you go.
happens.
Just make sure it stays closed and you'll be fine.
So there is danger in
That's all
opening.
about it?
It could be dangerous.
Is it made of pure silver?
It is made of pure silver.
It'd be heavy as fuck.
It will
Will
be.
we be getting the equivalent of the weight of silver of the sarcophagi from the rest of the loot?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You say it so flippantly.
I
This
could
is
say it
more-
without certainty if that makes you feel better about this.
Why do I feel like
Is
we're
the
waking
deal
up
off
a
if the
lich?
sarcophagi is opened?
If it's, it won't be opened.
If it already is open, though.
It won't be.
What if it
I
falls
need
and
you.
opens?
It won't. It's locked.
Okay.
What's in it? Why do you want it?
I could sell that information, but I feel that we're already in a transaction right now.
Hmm. Would you tell us what's in it if we bring it here?
I'd consider it.
I mean,
Where on the map are
it's
we going?
box. We should not open it, so I think it's easy.
You guys will be going like just into there.
Okay.
Okay. Any
Are these
other...
actual ruins, or is this a mausoleum and we're grave robbing?
They're ruins.
Are there any guards in the
You didn't
ruins?
deny the second part.
There might be some guardians, but nothing that Ilif wouldn't be able to take care of.
This
mean,
job is sounding worse and worse as we continue to
That's
ask
why
questions.
you
You
don't
do
ask
remember that we sort of
questions.
specify the more lawful end of
I mean,
your options.
This is
I
the
feel-
most lawful thing I can
feel
ask you
like
to
he's-
do.
I think he's answering all of your questions, guys.
Isaac's
Why
ready
is
to go.
it weird.
Let's go. Let's just go. Before I feel even
We
worse
might
about this
find
job.
some more undeads to pitch in
More
for
money
the
for
guards.
us.
Then.
So, is there anything you guys need to do before leaving town, like supply-wise?
Pick up.
I mean, just to be clear, like, is this the guy who posted the job in the job board?
Nope, it's a different ruins.
Seriously?
Can we pick up some healing potions? I think we're out.
I mean, we have
I'm
two,
not-
right? We
yeah,
didn't use them.
Yeah, you guys have 2, and they're 50 silver per.
Oh, never mind.
Now, if you want to
we could-
ask William, he could sell you some, but that would be
No.
100 silver per.
And
I mean-
probably of dubious origin, so let's go.
I have quite a bit more spell slots now, so I think we'll be fine.
I want to clarify. I said William. You know the merchant that you have
Oh.
pseudo kidnapped. His
Hey, he
ones.
could leave if you wanted to.
He doesn't have to come with us.
Yeah, he's waiting for you guys to take him to Saltmarsh.
I mean, didn't we go to Saltmarsh before coming here?
No,
Mm-mm.
you guys
No.
went straight here. And Murder told him, it's like, well, don't stick around. We'll drop you off at Saltmarsh on the way back. And he's like, okay, sticking around. Sticking around. It's taking a while.
mean, he could
Still
just,
sticking
like,
around.
He can wait
Sit around
here.
here.
Yeah, go.
Oh, wait.
Can he stay at Ilif's house?
We all look at Isla like,
That's fine. Sorry, I got a cat on me again.
When do I have to put the bins out in case you die? Emmy?
she has the cat on her
Tuesday.
chest.
Tuesday, thank you. Okay, so, Emmy, can I have a D100 to see if you guys run into shenanigans on the way?
You're an ass.
Well, she can delegate it to anyone else. Okay, no shenanigans.
Good job,
So-
Emmy.
So, For the first time this campaign, you guys entered the Dreadwood.
Oh, I
Uh,
love the
not a
name of
pretty
these
name.
woods.
Let's
uh,
go pick up a silver coffin at the Dreadwoods. Everything will be fine.
Like if you look at the map, that's what it's called. It's Dreadwood. It's been called that this whole time. Um, it's fine. You know, it's probably an ironic name. It's probably really nice in there.
Okay.
It's not ironic. It's not nice in there. Anyway, while you do have a map, I do need a survival check to be able to follow it. So, who is rolling survival?
Who's good at survival? Because it's not me.
I have 6.
You do it.
Neither.
I have a 5, so I'll help Fogwell.
Do we both roll, or do I roll with
Um,
advantage?
You can both roll or roll with advantage. It's up to you.
There we go. Let's both roll. Bit of role play. Ooh. Not great.
Mildly
Okay.
better.
What could happen?
Okay.
Don't say that around Patmore,
Why?
because a lot could happen.
I feel like you're making
should be
assertions on my character.
We almost had a TPK last night.
It was a one shot. You can't have a TPK in a one shot.
You can. It's just a short-lived.
It's the end of the one shot.
Yeah. Look, there was a
I
chance the
mean,
one shot
yeah.
ended early. My apologies. Okay. So I'm just getting the map ready. Okay. Sorry, having a map-based issue. I named the map something and now I can't find it. Is a map-based issue. Okay, actually, while in transit, let's do this quickly. Okay,
Did
I'm
we
gonna
bother to ask who Solomon was of our criminal friend?
No, we did not.
He just said that he could fetch him.
Okay. Can I have each of you roll a d6?
D6.
D6. The cube-shaped one.
Oh shit.
Ooh shit.
That is a
Those
range.
are pretty bad rolls. Oh shit, those are very bad rolls.
This
Like,
could
we
be a
have,
good
like,
thing. We don't know yet.
3 1.
Do you think it's a good thing?
I have no idea.
I'm sure it's a bad thing.
Okay, so I was dividing up who's near who for sake of conversation. So looking at the marching order, those are the two conversational groups you guys are in transit. So Ilif, Lily, and Mudgak, you guys are near each other in transit. I want each of you in this conversation to ask each of the other characters in your group one question. Starting with Angel.
The Mudgag. What brings you to Saltmarsh? Why'd you come to the city or town? It's really a town.
To be honest, I'm looking for some family that I've lost. I don't know if they're alive or not, but I'm searching.
How'd you lose them?
Lesser folk kind of went crazy on my hometown and raised it. Not a glad thing to see when you come back from a meditation or some sort of spiritual retreat. Uh, Everything was raised. No home, no family, no nothing.
Who's missing?
Couldn't find my father's grave body, something that could tell me that he was missing. Could only find my mother's belongings and, well, My glaive is from my mother's.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you, though.
Silence for a while.
Okay, now so we
Oh,
got
boy.
Emmy. Emmy, you got a question?
You're not Selwyn. You're more open now.
You get to be brave.
Ilith is just like a very stoic, quiet guy, though. So,
How do
Okay,
you know
so
what I'm gonna
Mugak-
ask you?
so Emmy, it can be a personal question, or you could just be looking at Iliv, and your question might be, why do you take a musical instrument into battle? That seems strange.
no, yeah. Well, to each their own on that one.
Yeah,
I'll
Emmy,
I'll ask.
my
I'll
other
ask.
suggestion is, hey,
Yeah.
how you going?
How's nice weather we're having, eh? No, I'll ask Lily. What brought her to the surface? Must be something to leave. I don't actually know the name of your city or much about Tritons.
Patmore has to fucking name it. I'm sorry. um, she will say the name of her city. She says it's the capital of the Tritons. My parents are well-positioned politicians in the Queen's Court. I grew up at court, and it was very different from this life, which is not a bad thing. But I have always had a talent for music and musical instruments. I came to the attention of someone, and they didn't understand that a lack of interest and no means no. So I left. Because I didn't want to hurt my parents and my siblings' position at court, and if I'd stayed and refused, it definitely would have, and probably would have put them all in danger.
Seems an unjust outcome.
It is what it is.
I hope
This is
you
fun
find,
though. Like this
solace.
is what?
I hope you find solace. You know,
I mean,
happiness.
I'm enjoying my time on the surface.
Good.
Where'd you get that shield?
Oh, this. I guess it was kind of a saving grace. I picked it up after I washed ashore about 20 years ago.
Lucky find.
Quite.
Both
That
turn
is
to
some
stare and
lucky
look at
find.
Magog.
That is a lucky find indeed, but how did you two get to work with the captain? He's a fun fellow.
Oh, I just met him like last week, or I don't know how long it was. Before the goblins, Maggie. I knew Maggie, so.
Interesting.
Um,
Uh,
the captain and Maggie actually fished me out of. I was swimming at the surface and they found me. I was getting really tired, so it was good that they found me. They pulled me and Cletus out of the water and then brought me to shore, and I kept in touch, but I was not there when they had their little conflict on the ship.
mutiny.
Well, I wasn't
Maybe
going to
someone
say it.
can look at that story. Is he always like trying to find some adventure or gold?
Always. And usually pissing it away on booze. So
Okay.
he's not a bad guy.
Interesting
You just have
stuff.
to redirect him.
That's what Maggie does, right?
Yes, quite a bit.
Okay. I think I'm starting to understand the dynamic. That's fun, though. I'm glad that I found you guys.
We're happy to have you.
Okay. You have any more questions, Angel?
Oh, tons, but I don't want to hog the spotlight.
You can have one more if you like.
I think she'll ask, I live. Did you used to be an adventurer? Before this?
Oh, I used to be a pirate.
Were you the captain?
No. No, nothing so fancy. Isle of Ironhide is what they called me. I was quite brash in that day. I'd always wear my metal armor on the ship and everyone called me a fool.
Well, it worked out for you.
It did until I fell into the water and almost drowned. But hey, I'm happy with where I've come to in this life.
Okay, no more questions, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay. Emmy, any more questions?
No, I was gonna reminisce for a bit.
Okay. Ryman, any more questions?
I think I'm fine for now. I would like to hear from the other guys.
Okay. Fogwell, Isaac, Diego. You each have a question for each other. We'll start with Fogwell.
So, Isaac, may I ask? I find it mesmerizing the way that you sort of mingle with the arcane and what you did with Aeliv's armor. It was impressive. Like, where did you learn to do those things?
My parents taught me that a long time ago. If you would like,
Parents?
perhaps I can show you sometime.
I would love that. Just like, is that a family thing? Or how did it happen?
A little bit of both. My father was a wizard, you see.
Okay.
My mother, not so much, but was interested in the technological side of things. So the
Okay.
two kind of mixed together.
And why? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, I know that this is a bit intrusive, but like, you that seems like the kind of thing that you would stay in a place and perfect more than go out adventuring about.
Afraid that place no longer is there.
Well, I'm sad to hear.
My father may have been a wizard, but that doesn't mean he had friends everywhere.
Okay. Did they pass away?
And yes, they did.
That's very unfortunate. I'm sorry for your loss.
Life happens. Don't sweat it. The one that
Well,
killed them is not going to be tormenting anyone else, anyways.
oh, were you able to avenge them?
To put it plainly, yes.
Okay.
So
Do you
now I
feel at
wonder.
peace? Well, still is very impressive. I'm sure your parents would be proud of what you've accomplished, and you seem to be very dexterous with it. I'm eager to see what else you can pull out of your wrist, I guess.
Are you particularly interested in the arcane by chance?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm particularly interested in the arcane. I'm very interested in understanding where sort of strength comes from and how to harness it and, become capable of doing things. But so far, the Red Knight has always been my source of power, if you know what I mean.
I believe I do. But when you say you wonder the origin of strength, do you mean that in a more philosophical sense or a literal sense?
Definitely philosophical. I'm not. And he'll look at his scrawny body and said, I'm not particularly fond of strength and physical strength. It's more strength to do what is needed and accomplish what is required. Be able to defend others. And that.
I understand wholeheartedly.
I believe you. So that took a grim turn. Do you think that you'll be able to see what's inside this silver casket that we're going to look for?
Well, that depends. Do we actually decide to open it or not?
I mean, I think it would be best not to fuck with it, as the common folk say.
Yes, but do consider who we are.
True. I might be able to see if there's anything magical within it. Maybe even sense the source of its magic. But I'm not certain. I don't know. It feels a bit. Sarcophagi are meant to be a resting place. It feels kind of wrong to be moving them away from their resting spot.
I can agree with you on that one.
Well, maybe it's not something that deserves resting. Hopefully, let's think that.
On a much lighter note, Diego, are you your cook?
Yes, yes. I cook many things. Not people though, just in case anyone wanted that. I don't do that one.
Dude, that's a very odd thing to just say out loud.
People keep accusing me of crimes. Just
I mean, I think there's a stretch from crimes to cannibalism.
Well, I'm not a person. I'm a dragonborn.
I mean, sure. Do you eat many humanoids on your day to day?
I hope not.
Well,
But
right
like, how
about
do you
that,
know,
too.
right? Like when you go to the restaurant, like you don't see them. You don't see how they make the sausage. How do you know?
I assume by taste.
Well, but how do you know what it tastes like unless you've tasted it?
You can get an idea if it's different than other sausage you've tasted previously.
Hmm.
True.
No, that's fair. Um. I. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't partake in humanoids if I have a choice. And like, I guess push comes to shove. If I was starving, maybe a goblin. But do they count?
I would say they don't, but that doesn't make it any less gross.
Like it's gross, but like this is if push comes to shove. It's not a preference. Like they're very
Okay.
unclean creatures. I wouldn't go for a goblin if I had a choice. They're at least it's that or starving. Um, Also, as a rule, I try not to eat anything that might be smarter than me. So there's some animals I won't eat. Like I wouldn't eat a whale. I think they're fairly smart. Or are they just
Okay.
big?
If they
How's
can
it
feed
go?
you for quite some time.
Yeah. Maybe we should get some whale.
Well, we do know one fisherman.
True.
No
know-
eating whales. I
What?
say from my head.
Why?
They are smarter than you.
Okay, but how about me?
Is that the line? Like, if you're smarter than it, you can eat it, no problem.
If you win an argument, then you're allowed to eat it.
Yeah, you can fucking gut the content, eat it.
Like, here's a point. Like, he's a lot smarter than me. Can he eat whale?
Why do you want to eat whale, you weirdos? They're
Haven't-
very nice.
Haven't you ever looked at a
I mean,
whale
I've
and
heard
been like,
they're
ooh?
very chewy.
Oh my god. Z-
Yeah. You know, mate.
It's a theoretical conversation.
Yeah. I'm not thinking that would be good with tartare sauce. And a little bit of lemon. Maybe in a stew.
I go back to talking to Olive.
Mixed with fine pepper.
I believe I have. I've had smelled some sort of whale oil lamps.
Oh,
And it
I'm
didn't
sorry.
smell.
That. Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry. No. I think that's fair. Maybe dolphin then.
He deliberately is ignoring all of you now.
Like, at least we're not talking about mermaids. Although,
I wouldn't try. Where are you?
I think
although-
those are like in the list of cannibalism because of humanoid.
They're not humanoid. They've got a fish tail.
I mean, you have a tail too. Does he have a tail? Is he like a dragonborn, like a tailless dragonborn?
He hasn't earned his tail yet.
What the fuck does that mean? Would I know?
In his religion,
Okay.
you progress from different stages of lizard until you eventually become a full dragon. And he hasn't earned his wings yet, and he hasn't earned his tail yet. But this
Okay.
is only his second life.
I don't know what the fuck that means. I mean, do I know what the fuck that means? I'm a religious dude.
You can roll
But our
religion.
characters understand this.
Like, they have a very alien religion to the ones that you're used to. But in the Dragonborn religion, they think they start off as a kobold, and then if they do
shit.
enough deeds in their life, they become like in their next
like
life they're a
Buddhism.
Dragonborn.
Lizard Buddhism.
Yeah, and then like if they do enough, and if they're really great, they become a dragon.
Cool.
Yeah. But like if they like they might be a kobold forever if they never do their great deeds.
Got it.
Now he says he's on his second life. He doesn't remember his previous one. He was just told he's on a second one when he went to his temple. So
Because not a kobold, but he doesn't have a tail.
yeah, like not all Dragonborn have tails, but generally the better lineages do, and like the really high lineages also have wings. But like whether or not their religion is true, it is an academic debate. It is unprovable if it's a real thing. But
Okay.
their belief is that they start off as kobolds in life one. If they're cool, they get to Dragonborn. If they're really cool, they get to Dragon.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we stick to small seafaring critters for the soup for now?
Like a siren?
No, I was thinking more like crabs and fishes. Are those okay? I'm going to scream too.
Yes,
Buddy.
they're not sentient.
What about octopuses?
You're getting into questionable choices with octopus.
Gray lines.
Okay, what about cuttlefish?
I think they're fine, but why would you eat them? There's like no meat on them.
They're like chicken nuggets. You have a bag
They're
full of them.
not. That's a waste of your time and energy.
You can accent a dish with them.
Yeah. It's trust me. You haven't lived until you've had cuttlefish gumbo.
Are you really talking to me about seafood?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, do you mind like? I'm terribly sorry if this is offensive, but what do you eat in under the in your hometown? Like, what is something that you usually eat?
Well, we do like crab, although it's rare in our area because the water is too warm.
Okay.
Swordfish are very good. We get a
Oh,
lot
so
of
you
those. What?
so you so you eat fish like no problem.
Right.
Interesting.
And is there like a line that you would put in where like there are certain kinds of fish that are more like pet-like and that you don't eat those, or is like fair game with any kind of tasty shit?
We actually keep um, orcas and dolphins as pets.
Okay. So you don't eat those.
No, and they're often our mounts. We also
Okay.
keep sea lions as pets.
Okay.
Not what you're thinking about, actual sea lions.
Oh shit.
What
I
what
don't think
about
I've ever seen any of these creatures though.
what about sea moose?
There's no such thing as a sea moose.
Oh, I've been lied to.
Yeah, doesn't that what the orcas eat?
They do eat moose
So
I
there
in
know,
are
the
but
sea
you
northern
guys-
moose.
climes.
I'm usually on a strict seafood diet. When I see food, I eat it.
You know, I like your way of
Okay.
thinking.
He has a point.
Hey
No
Diego,
wonder
are you
he's-
taking notes of pets/meals?
Usually, look, whales in general are pretty intelligent and also protective.
How do you prove
So
that?
it's there was a gray whale that protected some of my people from a school of sharks. So now the gray whales are considered on the list.
Can we eat
Whales in
shark?
general. What?
Can we eat shark?
Yes, but don't do it the way you normally do. You surfacers tend to just cut their fins off and throw them back into the ocean, which is
No,
horrific.
I eat everything but the teeth.
Everything?
You're
Yeah,
right, man.
what else would you waste?
You know what? I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
Like he's a dragon person, he can eat cartilage. He has no issue with that. Full of all that
we
good
do eat-
nutrients.
I will say we do keep sea turtles as pets, although some of the further out cities don't see it the same way.
Turtle soup.
They're yeah.
I make a
Well,
really
You
good
don't
eat
turtle
really-
everything
soup.
raw?
We don't really do soup underwater.
You don't do
Yeah,
soup
like, you
underwater?
eat everything like raw.
A lot. It doesn't bother me the way it seems to bother you all.
I mean, it's not like it bothers
You-
me. I'm just gonna go through like I'm gonna put myself to death if I eat
Been
raw
there.
stuff.
We're going
Um,
back to the whale and dolphin topic for a
Yep.
moment. Humans eat horses and pigs, which are intelligent creatures.
Yes, I would say that some people are okay with eating horses and pigs. I guess it's a matter of whether it's a useful animal or not.
I think it's fair usually to operate by the rules of the sea. Eating anything is quite literally fair game if it means you survive. Like a whale's not going to be my first option to eat, but if I'm starving and that's the only thing that's around, I will eat a whale. I will not lie.
How would you prepare a whale?
I mean, how big is a whale? I've never seen. I've never been out
it's
at
like-
sea.
3 points.
This big.
The biggest whale that we've ever seen, and she. Hold on. I need to translate this to not Imperial. Give me a second.
You can go for Imperial, it's okay.
Yeah, I'd forgive you.
It's like half
They-
football field.
It's 12
No, I won't do
dishwashers
that.
long.
So she says from that tree to that tree, and what she's indicating is 14 meters.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I mean-
huge.
maybe you fill it with wood, right, and you set the wood on fire and that cooks on the inside.
Actually, no, that's wrong. I typed the wrong thing. It's bigger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
79.
like
24 meters is
So
what
you
she's
get like
pointing out.
whole trees and you stick it inside of it, and then you can smoke it from the inside.
I feel like you're
I
making
mean,
things
how
up.
would you put it in the freaking earth? Like you need to butcher that to get it out of the water.
Yeah, but like, if you're starving and you see a whale, you're just eating that thing raw. You're drinking the blood for
I mean, if you could take it down by yourself,
Water.
sure.
I mean, yeah, that's hard. A whale is not the first choice. Usually it's a sea turtle. They're pretty slow.
Are whales that good at fighting? They're pretty big.
Yeah. Must be
Like,
That
they
is
don't-
their biggest advantage.
They
is
don't
they're
even have
big.
teeth. What are they gonna do? Numb me to
Some
death?
whales do have teeth.
Oh, I've seen a whale take down a boat before. They're pretty strong.
Have you never been on
I'm
the
not a
water?
boat. No.
You've never been on. They breach all the time.
What
They
do they
swim up.
breach?
They swim up really fast and
Also,
pop
weren't you
out
a
of the
pirate?
water and can smash a boat.
And
A big
I'm
one.
I'm a smuggler, not a pirate.
Ah, well, understood.
got it. Well,
Sorry,
where
I
I'm
was a
from,
smuggler.
where I'm from, you don't want to eat anything raw unless you want to suffer it.
Well, I don't eat a lot of your pigs or cows or chickens because it just tastes weird to me.
Have you tried adding celery salt?
Or cheese.
Everything bagel seasoning is a good one too.
I mean, actually, I have a great recipe for like.
Like, what we need to do, right? We go back to Isle's house when we're done. We just buy a whole pig, right? And we just slow cook that in the backyard. Maybe we bear it, we smoke it. And we just make a roast out of it. Yeah, throw in some potatoes, carrots.
I like carrots.
Yeah, they're okay.
If we survive the silver coffin, sarcophagus.
Yeah,
Well,
what's
back
up with
to
that?
the
That's like the
casino.
creepiest shit I've ever been put up to do.
Well, I was
hope
once
it's
made
like-
into a smuggler.
Okay. I mean,
Sorry, I guess we're not
I
not
hope
the joking
I
side,
hope the
but-
sarcophagi
Douglas.
is like
Get shit on-
adult sized, right?
Why?
How weird would it be if it's like a tiny sarcophagi the size of a kid?
What if it's even bigger? What if it's whale-sized?
A lot of
I mean,
silver.
that would be a logistical problem. Are we in a freaking cart? I think the guy said that we would have a cart.
Yeah,
We
a
have
cart.
cart.
Yeah.
And horses.
What?
I
I
mean,
mean, if it's
What
kid
if
size,
it's
it would be
this
easier
big,
to
though?
transport.
Then it's probably for a pixie.
Couldn't that be
That'd
like
be
more about
that'd be
bugs
crazy.
than a sarcophagi?
Maybe the owner liked their knickknacks. Who knows?
Now, Fae, are they're afraid of silver, aren't they?
Faye?
Yeah, Fae, like,
I don't
yeah,
know.
fairies and shit.
I
Mermaids,
think
like,
it's
if...
iron.
That's iron.
Yeah.
Well, they'd be afraid of iron, it's literally everywhere.
That's the point.
It's not in the Feywild.
Yeah, that.
How do you know?
What's
I read it in a book.
Some deep knowledge from a past life.
Oh. Maybe it's an
I'm an
iron
acolyte.
coffin.
I love how this is going to work out. That I'm probably
mean-
going to be waiting outside again.
DM, would I know of any sort of creature that is buried in like silver sarcophagi, like would I know the link between silver and like undead?
You can
Creatures?
absolutely make a religion roll. Anyone else can make a history roll.
I won't.
Religion. My history is better, but sure. Oh, not 20. There you go.
Well,
Nice.
there's a lot of creatures that you could put in a silver coffin. Silver is almost universal. Is almost universally useful against extraplaners and undead.
What about lycanthropes?
Yeah. Lycanthropy. Silver helps there. Like, there are some breeds of werewolf that are nigh on immortal. Like, you can kill them, but they won't die of age. So you could put one in a silver coffin and it'll be there forever.
Okay.
A lot of undead. Solid metal stops all the spell casting as well. So if you had like a lich, you could put one in a silver coffin, and in theory, it might not be able to get out. On the there's also vampirism. There are breeds of vampire that are physically harmed by silver. If you wanted to torture one for an eternity, you'd bury one in a silver coffin.
So the general rule is silver coffin, mostly meant to keep shit in.
Yeah, probably. It's not really like if you wanted a status symbol, you'd have a golden coffin.
Okay, so it's not like a burial element. It's like definitely a jail.
Yeah, it's
Sort of
designed to keep
situation.
something in there. The silver has the added benefit of a lot of divination spells have trouble locking onto it. So if you try to like locate person or divine someone's location, if they're in a silver coffin, you probably won't find them.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I will
but
be mumbling about this to the party on our way there. Definitely a lot of stuff that you don't want to find inside silver coffins. So
Well,
he
let's
was
just
pretty
make sure we
specific
don't
to
open
not
it.
open it. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's most certainly not going to be easy to open if it is actually keeping something in.
Like maybe it's a
Like I don't think we're just gonna open it by accident.
what if it's only hard to open from the inside though? Says Diego.
What did you say?
Oh,
I
what if
didn't
it's
get it.
only hard to open from the inside? Says Diego.
Diego, do not touch the sarcophagus. This is a direct order.
Do we have a hierarchy here? Do we give orders to each
Yes.
other?
Yes.
Well,
I can
We have
ask
a
you as a
hierarchy.
friend, Diego. Please don't
there's the
open it.
captain,
Yep.
then there's everyone else, then there's Isaac Quasit, and then there's you.
Oh.
Okay.
See if I ever give you a +1.
So, where does the merchant? Where's Will on that list?
Did he
He's
come
not on
with
the
us?
No, he's hanging out at Isle's house.
Then let's just say he's underneath you.
Okay. Phew.
No, that's not a good choice, mate.
Sounds like a great choice. Okay.
I mean,
silver
cookies
coin.
and ships are pretty big deals.
Yeah. Hey, if you had a ship, I know a cook. It's me.
Cool.
By the by,
Are you like
sorry, go ahead.
oh yeah, I was gonna say to you, like, are you a jack of all trades? Like, you do a lot of things.
I'm not good at keeping a job.
No.
Okay.
So I sometimes have to get good at one very quickly.
Interesting. So you could allegedly do something else than cooking, right?
Yeah. I'm good at looking at things. I can
You
tell you
mentioned that.
I can tell you mushrooms apart. I'm reasonable with a bow and a short sword. I'm okay at carrying heavy things.
Well, that's
Um,
better than me, so.
I um I can't swim.
What you
You're
mean you
going to
can't
learn
swim?
if we ever get a ship.
I can teach you.
Yeah,
I-
the man survived falling overboard in plate
Yeah.
mail. He can definitely teach you to swim.
How?
Well, we're gonna throw you in first.
I'm kind of afraid of the ocean.
And you were a smuggler
Yeah, on land.
working with pirates.
Yeah. Well, everyone has something,
Okay.
okay? Some of you don't like heights. Right?
Well, Diego, I just have to say it. It sounds like if we hadn't found you, you might have not lasted that long with your smuggler crew.
You're not wrong.
Oh shit.
They
That's
weren't
the-
nice people.
Well, maybe it was fate.
Yeah. By the by, when you were clearing out the house, I had 10 silver and 12 copper and a footlocker. I don't. You guys didn't manage to pilfer that when you were going. Don't worry about it.
Did you want to go back and get it
Well,
after
we
we
took
finish
it.
in the city?
I think we took it.
yeah,
what
you
he said.
guys looted all the footlockers.
I just hand him 10 silver.
There was also 12 copper.
I just hand him another silver. Jesus.
Fucking tacky, dude.
Okay, you can keep the change.
You didn't give me any copper back!
Well, no.
You owe him
Technically,
2 more copper.
yeah, you are 2 copper, so he's like, you can just keep the change. It's fine. Okay, so we're 11 minutes from game time, and the ruined is not going to be done within 11 minutes, so we might
Oh no, it's not like we're just gonna be a huge door and the sarcophagus is just gonna be there, so we can grab it and go.
like you find like
Free
one,
loot all
This
over
isn't
the
a fetch
ground.
quest?
you find one ruined gazebo, and the chest is sitting in the center.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, well, we got it.
Yeah.
And saying that we're down by cat and murder, we probably want them here when we do the ruins.
I mean, we're gonna die.
Most definitely.
It depends how much you guys like 8-legged creatures.
I mean, I don't know.
If you asked
I have
Diego,
a bunch
he'll
of
say
new
they're
shit
tasty.
as a second level.
Yeah? You guys have more or less doubled your survivability.
I mean, I have 4 spells now that I could
Yeah.
cast. And also I have my Path to the Grave OP Channel Divinity.
Yeah. Murder all of a sudden can do 15 damage instead of 10. Or maybe
Yeah,
14,
true.
depending on what his charisma is.
14, I think.
Cat now has cunning action.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Amy has action surge. Angel has something from being a level 2 bard.
Song of Rest.
Short
That's
rests are
pretty
now
cool.
better. A level 2
Bards are
barbarian.
utility. We're not helpful in combat.
Yeah, but you also get proficiencies at the second level.
Oh yeah, I
Or
got Jack
don't
of all
you?
trades.
Yeah, so
Yeah, there you go.
you're all of a sudden a little bit okay at everything.
And I'm gonna get
Yeah.
3 more proficiencies next level because I'm gonna go lore.
Do you know what
Oh, shit,
proficiencies
that's
you're
cool.
taking?
I have an idea. Did you want to know them ahead of time?
And you get expertise, right? As a lore bard gets expertise in something? On one ability of your choice or two?
Not at level 3.
So what? Life faster, Wikidot. I know law gets a lot of stuff because law. You're also gonna get cutting words next level, which is
Hmm.
mechanically great. But so law never gives out expertise, but bards will get expertise at
There you go.
at level 3 and at other levels as well, I think. Expertise. Yeah, at level 3 and 10, they gain
get
2
to-
expertise.
Yeah, and I get additional magical secrets, which
Yeah.
is great because I'm just gonna take spells that are out there, maybe like rope trick.
You can, if you want.
Useful as fuck.
Like, it's not bad against 8-legged creatures that are all too big to fit in there.
The question is, if you do it in a boat, will it move with the boat, or will it like stay behind and the boat would get the fuck out of
Stays
dodge?
behind. Yeah.
It stays behind. So a lot of spells don't work right when you use a boat. So like when you, let's say, if you want to fawn whip an enemy's the deck of their ship, the boat keeps moving. Not fawn whip. If you want a spike growth, the deck of an enemy ship, the spike growth doesn't move with the boat, so the spike growth will slowly fall off the boat as the boat keeps moving. There's a lot of like fixed location spells like Moonbeam doesn't automatically move with the boat either. Flaming Sphere, even Call Lightning and stuff. Like a lot of Druid spells are a little bit nerfed by moving terrain, which is
Yeah, I know.
weird to think about because the world is already moving, so wouldn't that affect the spells? But I guess not in 5e.
Could you please not break our brains?
I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, today was extremely fun for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I think doing a bit more RP was quite refreshing. I had a lot of fun. I hope I didn't overreach my spotlight.
No,
And if I do, let me know.
that's all good. We can definitely see to doing a little bit more RP. Not necessarily with the 8-legged creatures, but in general. But yeah, next week you guys can deal with that. Before I
I don't know if I'll be here next week. Just